Okay, is my mic on? It looks like it's on. It's just for some reason my... There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back in action, guys. I have no idea what happened. All of a sudden it's just like, yeah, your camera that you have set up, no, it's not there. No, it's not being registered. I'm sorry. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not being registered? I'm clearly right here. I am clearly here for your viewing entertainment, everyone. So maybe it was a bad USB port. I have no idea. I got the problem solved. We're all ready to go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, how is everyone doing this morning? ARG Lightseeker says I'm going to miss the demo at Noble Night. That's true. I mean, I was going to miss it anyway. Me and my girlfriend are going apartment hunting this afternoon, so even if I wasn't streaming, I'd end up missing it. So I hope it goes off with a great success. I hope it's amazing. I hope you guys all have fun out there. I hope you get to meet Fump Truck. I think he's the one doing it for the most part. Great guy. If you get to know him, he's one of the top ladder people, so he's really good at the game. He's a lot of good insight. So have fun out there today. But yeah, if anyone knows what time the gold tournament starts today, it's set at 11, but I don't know if they're in a different time zone than I am, if they're one over or if they're not. Pre-game sideboard. 2-bedroom and turn 1 into a stream studio. Dude, we are looking for a 2-bedroom, but my girlfriend wants to keep her bed, so we got to find a. So we got it. The second bedroom is going to like have her bed in the corner, and it is basically going to be an office. So it's where we're going to put my computer and all this stuff. Where I'm going to put my green screen up. So it is going to be like a streaming studio, and eventually we're going to get it all soundproof, so I can be just crazy nuts in there and have a lot of fun. But yeah, unfortunately, the whole thing cannot be devoted to my stream. If it could, oh, that thing would be so decked out, so decked out. Garage. There you go. There you go. I wouldn't freeze in the Wisconsin winters. You're right. I'd be fine. Oh, bed in the garage. Eat, sleep, stream. Dude, if I could, I would. You know I would. I love to just sit in front of a camera and talk and rant all day. I could do it for hours on end. Oh, man. That's the dream. One day, guys. Freeze, I think die. Strobe lights. Pre-game sideboard. I should just hire you for an interior decorator. You seem to know my life to a T right now. What is up, everybody? Hey, I'm sure everyone's here just chilling, waiting for the gold tournament to start. It's awesome. I'm really happy to see you all waking up early on a Saturday morning to come join me today, or not. If you're across seas, you're like, yeah, it's like 3 in the afternoon. Early? No, I've already had lunch. Come on. Just a few things to get into this morning, obviously. My new cord for my mic is coming today. So if that works, super. If it doesn't, Monday I'm going to basically start a donation to buy me a new mic. And I'm going to put up a YouTube video after I buy the mic to just destroy this shitty-ass one that's not working. I'm hoping it's just a cord issue. Really hoping it is. Also, by Monday, I will have my new emotes for my Twitch channel. So any subscribers out there, you're going to have 3 awesome emotes. We're going to have a Thunderfin emote for the salutes. Everyone loves salutes. We're going to have a Spanish Inquisition moth for an unexpected lethal. Like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming. That was so random. And we're also going to have just probably everyone's favorite emote to spam is the Electro Hopper giving me the stink eye in chat. Because god damn, that frog has gotten me so many times. It's unbelievable. That essentially, like, if I just lose, everyone's going to be like spamming that frog. I can see. It's going to be great. So I hope those are going to excite people to join the channel, be participating more. Obviously, you guys are always participating. It's awesome. I love talking to you guys. I love having you here. It's amazing. This is an awesome channel. No Bubblefish. No Bubblefish. I mean, I would assume Tetra would have a Bubblefish, if anything. Tetra's got to have a Bubblefish. Like, his whole layout was around Bubblefish. And, oh god, what is it? The Swooping Mari. What card is that? It's his new badge. What's the... He said it looks like a stoned Mari on a bird. What's the card I'm thinking of now? I know you exist. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Soaring Scout. Thank you, Rocket Star. Soaring Scout. Bubblefish for game? What game? Bubblefish for game? Like I said, I would expect Tetra to have a Bubblefish if anything. It is adorable. It is awesome. I'm only allowed 3 emotes right now until my stream goes bigger. But if it does go bigger and you guys really want a Bubblefish emote, I'll get you a Bubblefish emote, man. I will get you that adorable fish floating in a moat, just floating about. Dude looks blazed. Yeah. We're all right here. He's just, whoa. I'm like so high right now. Whoa. Like he's wearing goggles. He's wearing protective eye gear for flying purposes. And then he's just not wearing them. You know? It's like he has them. But no, he's too cool. He's too cool to wear his protective eye gear. He's awesome like that. So yeah, that's those are the things to kind of look forward to in the future of the stream, obviously. Is better mic quality, crossing my fingers it works. If not, looks like we're starting a fundraiser. And emotes coming by Monday, I think. I got the first renditions of them right now, and I gave feedback to kind of upgrade them to make them look a little better than I want them to. So I should have them hopefully by like Sunday or Monday, and then I'll have to figure out how to implement them into my channel so that all you awesome subscribers out there can spam in my chat with all the crazy fun emotes that I got you. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Today on stream, Lightseeker Cassilia sent me a deck that she was working on. She said it was her first deck she ever made. She kind of made some upgrades to it, called well, it's not really, it doesn't really have a name, but it's about Meiku the Young, and pretty much it's kind of what the Hero Challenge Meiku the Young does, where it uses her ability to keep the Spectral Mantics on board and to trigger things like Abyss Tentacle, because, you know, when you're using an ability, why not splash in Shadow, right? Like, that just makes too much sense to me. Dust Talon Assassin to get more triggers of the abilities, whichever one you want to use. I'm assuming she doesn't have a very broad or wide card selection, because she's using 1 Grim Glider but 2 Shade Reapers, or 2 Shade Rippers. I mean, if she had them, I'm pretty sure she would use more Grim Gliders, and maybe like 1 Shade Ripper in case people are running a lot of heavy buff or weapon removal, and just to make sure the Shadow doesn't get removed. Shadow Supplier, because you're going to have a lot of consistent buffs out there for card draw. What else? Only 1 Tantosian, so I probably would end up running 2. Spirit of Balance, I have become more and more in love with this card. It's really sad, because like when I looked at it, I think I gave it like a 1.5 or maybe even a 2-star rating when I first saw it. And I was just like, it's so conditional. I don't think it's going to ever be used. And the more and more I see it played, I'm like, wow, this thing is just really good. Like, it's so versatile that it's like, yeah, why not have this in here? If someone ruins your buffs in nature, you're going to have that happen. You get a better buff removal in case unless they get another card right afterwards. So Spirit of Balance is just like a really good card. And a lot of people right now are running action cards, attack, and stuff like that. And that's kind of what nature lacks on, is burst damage. And so running a Spirit of Balance against like an aggro deck is fantastic. It's become more and more of a card that makes me feel happy inside when I see it. Because like I thought you weren't going to be good, but it turns out you're a ringer for Lightseekers. You, sir, are the Spirit of Balance. She also runs 2 Empowering Sanctums, which I thought was a fun little tech. Increase the damage next to this buff by 1 card. Now you have a lot of consistent buffs. This whole deck is basically consistent buff within your Abyss Tentacles, within your Mantics. Which one was it? The Spectral Mantics, where her ability literally heals you for 1. So you can keep that on the board very consistently, unless they're for some reason not dealing damage to you. Then you obviously can't heal, and Spectral Mantics will go away. Hungry Behemoth is another one, just consistently stays out there for you to use abilities with, like attack. So you have a lot of stuff to utilize Empowering Sanctum with to make this stuff go ridiculous. And of course, I think the first one I said was the Tentacle. So put this next to this, all your Tentacles start doing 3, and that's just, oh my god, so much value. So I was like, yeah, I'll try this deck out. I'll give it a shot. And she's obviously still in the working process. She's still swapping cards out, finding which ones work better for her. And obviously, I'll play this deck for a little bit, in my own opinion. Give like, hey, you know, if some of these cards are working better than others, this is what I'd probably change up. This is what I'd probably add. And right now, just looking at the deck, like I said, the Shade Rippers, I'd probably add more Grim Gliders in there. Just Grim Gliders are a much better card. Maybe another Tantosian if you really want to get the weapon out to use all of these shadow cards. It's like almost really beneficial you get one of those out there. She's only running 2 Spectral Mantics. I'm not sure if it's because her Spiel Balance is technically going to be like a buff removal card for her or what. She did also note that she does realize that she could put in classic cards a lot more to make this deck better, like Root Singers, like Old Oaks, all this other stuff. But she just wanted to kind of keep it very simple, very less complex, so that when Uprising does come out, she doesn't have to take away all the retired cards and almost restart the whole deck. She wants to kind of like, what am I saying here? Preemptively make the deck standard to an extent before Capachu. How's it going, S Darbs? How you doing today? Yeah, she wants to make kind of standard before actually standard hits. So I was like, okay, that's completely understandable. So yeah, we'll play this game. Play this deck for a little bit. Obviously, Corrupted Wildlife is getting rotated out. But yeah, we'll play this deck, see how it goes, see what we're dealing with here. And then we'll, make some changes as we go. Play a few games. Figure we'd hit that play button. We just go right into it. It's an early Saturday morning. I think this is the quickest time I actually got into a game on all my streams. All my streams I've started like a half hour late because I've been talking to chat. I've been discussing with everyone. I've been talking about the plans, the weeks to come and all this stuff. So it's really good to just chill out on a Saturday morning, relax, get with you guys. Everyone's excited for the Gold Tier tournament. I'm hoping and assuming Gold Tier is going to be amazing. It's in Texas. I'm not sure which area in Texas it is. I'd have to like triple check. Is it just like in Austin? Hey S Jarves, thank you for the host. Thank you for the host. But yeah, I'd have to check because if they are in Austin, it's the same time zone as I am. Which means they'll start in 2-3 hours almost. Starting with an item in hand, I like it. Arthur Burr. Ooh, we got a Beast Astral. Very nice. I think I want to do this. And then this. And that's good. I think that's good. Anti-gravity snail, sure. Really gonna lock in on my ability now, being able to heal myself for 1, keeping all this stuff nice and fine. Well, now I know for a fact I'm gonna Reckless Spirit this thing. Ooh, okay. That's kind of weird. I almost would have used my ability to try and automatically get that to 10. Without having the chance that I might just do that. And then I think I can pass. Yeah, I think I'm good. Ooh, getting an Empowering Sanctum is really nice. Being able to put that right next to a buff that's essentially going to be consistent with using my hero ability. Take that 2. Now, it is going to kind of slow me down. I'll be at 2. Next turn I'll basically double draw. So it is going to kind of slow my pace down just a little bit here. But I think this is just better overall value, which I think is what this deck does. It's a very high value deck where it uses, like I said, it's consistent buffs, consistent damage, micro healing to keep yourself in the game consistent. Wow. Okay, we're doing that, huh? Cool. So next turn I'm going to take 6. So I might just end up healing for 1, so I don't like get massively burst down here. S-Starb says, couldn't you have cleared the second one and just taken 6 damage? Now that you can still do 10, you'd probably need another removal. S-Starbs, you're completely right. I should have just cleared the 1 not rotating and taken the 6 instead of having it a chance to deal 10. No, you're completely right. That was my bad. That was just my bad. It's still early in the morning, okay? It's still early. I did wake up a few hours ago. I had breakfast. I went and fed my girlfriend's cats because she went to work at 4. You know, Let me wake up a little bit. To be fair, I probably would have made the same play as you. I mean, that does make me feel a little better. But yeah, I'm just like, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where you'll notice them the more you play. Oh, geez. I mean, heal me. Yeah. It's just one of those things, like, you notice it afterwards, like, oh, wait, I could have done that. And that comes with your, you know, several hours of gameplay that you do, your consistency of just looking at the board. I will say one thing. Twitch streaming compared to actually, like, competitive play is so much different. When you're streaming, you're sitting there talking to your chat, you're trying to discuss that, you're trying to get all your opinions out, and like you're just trying to make a lively channel. Whereas this one, I'm sitting here like, whereas you're playing competitive, I mean, you're just like, okay, you're looking at all the statistics on board. Sorry, statistics on the board. You're just making sure everything is running okay, and you don't miss a lot of things when you're essentially being consistent. You know what I mean? Spirit of Balance really sucks with this out because he won't have any attack cards going in there. So I mean, I could have used that Pathfinder. That'd have been really nice. Really nice. But yeah, I mean, you know, when you're streaming, you don't see a lot of these plays unless, of course, you quote unquote become a professional. Wow, 2 Pathfinders. Wow. Okay. That is insane. Okay, so far, I mean, he's got 2 Pathfinders on the bottom of his deck. And with all the burst damage and stuff he's done, we're still at a tie game here. So I do not even feel that bad. We don't need to heal ourselves for 1. We just played a defense card. We can heal ourselves next turn. Having this out next to this with our hero ability just feels really good, right? Like, it feels solid. Use my ability to heal for 1. There's no reason not to. And yeah, I think I just pushed for more damage. Right now, we're in a pretty good spot. Like I said, he's used 2 Pathfinders. We know they're in the bottom of his deck. So unless he leaves a combo to reshuffle everything up, or unless he has a Gravity Well to look at the bottom 4 cards, he's not going to get those 2 Pathfinders, which means there's only 1 left. So now seems like a pretty good time to just go ham on the buffs. So next turn, I'm dealing 5 damage. I feel pretty good. Another Empowering Sanctum with an Abyss Tentacle. How can anything possibly go wrong? Maybe he's got the other Pathfinder. Maybe he lunared into a Pathfinder to remove 2 buffs. Flare-Mane Prowler. Okay, that's fine. Wow, he did have the 3rd Pathfinder. Can you believe it? Can you believe this? I mean, I'm gonna do this. Heal myself for 1 to restart that. So now all 3 of his Pathfinders are on the bottom of his deck. So unless, like I said, he lays a combo to reshuffle his deck, I'm okay with buffs. I'm A-okay with buffs. He could Black Hole. Astral is Astral like that. Okay. Shapeshifter. Well, guys, we did it. We're incredible at this game. Yeah, just very consistent. Make sure our ability goes off to really well. It feels good. Okay. So, with that being said, let's take this deck. Whoop, let's duplicate it. Let's do that. Let's make our own little edits to it, shall we? Let's make our own little edits to this thing. I am gonna take out the Shadow Suppliers. I have a better idea for you, because I feel like it's too much reliant on Shadow, right? That's way too reliant on Shadow. I'm gonna add another Grim Glider. Pop you right in there. What I'm also gonna do, add in our favorite Trusty Tome. Add in our favorite Trusty Tome. It's going to be better for card draw. It is still going to heal us for 1 for below 20. If not, and we need the healing, we can always use our own hero ability to heal. So that I feel is going to be a lot better too. I feel like you really only need 1 Necro Dreadling in here. Just 1. With that being said, I might maybe add in 1 Shadow Puppet to get a little more buff removal in there. I kind of want to get another Hungry Behemoth, but it's not necessary, is it? I don't think it is. Part of me also wants to add in another Umbron Barkeep in here. Is 2 Dust Talon Assassins too much? I feel like it might be. I feel like just 1 is fine. Especially if we're going to get a tome, drawing all this stuff. I feel like 1 Assassin is completely fine. We can add in another Barkeep. For card draw purposes, for healing purposes too, in case we just need 2 healing for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna try and stick to the whole keep it post Uprising standard. So I'm not gonna add in the Root Singers, not gonna add in the Old Oaks or any of that stuff. I'm not gonna add in like the broken cards that would push this deck over the limit to be, I think, more competitive wise. But I think this is fine. I think just those changes are good. The Grim Glider is just really good, being able to get that additional poke damage in there because we have a lot of consistent buffs, as we've said before. She actually probably ran the Necro Dreadlings over the Root Singers, which is good because it, you know, it's healing, puts it back into your deck as opposed to your hand is fine. It puts 3 of them, so you always get the stuff back. But having 2 in there felt like it was more reliant on the late game, whereas this is just a consistent deck where if you can just push consistent damage, you should be able to win by the mid-game with how much damage you're able to push out, unless they, like, really got nice. I mean, he even had 3 Pathfinders, right? He had 3 Pathfinders, played them all, and I still beat him with just consistent damage out. I feel like I had a really good opening where I had the Mantics with the Shade Ripper, laying that Empowering Sanctum. He didn't remove that thing at all, and that thing itself, just the Empowering Sanctum, if you want to remove that, that took away probably upwards of 10 damage, I want to say. Because for each time the Mantics turned, think of it as like 2, right? Every time I healed, it did 2 because it rotated the Mantics back, so it did 2 more. And I rotated that Mantix at least 4 or 5 times. That was just 10 alone on the Mantix. Then it increased the Abyss Tentacles by at least 2 or 3 times. So that Empowering Sanctum hit him for like 10 to 13 damage. If you want to look at it that way. Because of the way I placed it and everything it did, it hit him for a lot, and he didn't remove it 1 time. He's like, no, it doesn't matter. It's not an important buff to remove. And he just let that thing sit, and it crushed him. It crushed his dreams. So I think we're A-okay here. I mean, if anything, the Core of Conspiracies I'd want to take out and maybe even just put in Insect Swarms. If we don't really have ways to restart buffs, having just more consistent buffs for the Grim Gliders would be super nice. Put those in there. I do like the Stump Drift Shaman. Stump Drift Shaman is really nice. It'll make it so that we heal without having to draw a card. Mind you, that's what our Duskblade Tome is doing now. So maybe taking out the Stump Drift Shamans are fine. What do I have for... I only have 3 animal cards, really. Well, what are my buffs? Or combos? Nature's Fury and Vine Lash. Okay. Not too bad, then. Nature's Fury is 8 damage, heal yourself for 4. I never really did even look at the combos to see if they were any that could get replaced. Or needed to, for that matter. Yeah, I mean, with how many consistent buffs, Territorial Dominance is just a really good card for this deck, but it does not have a lot of animal cards. So it could be very difficult to lay. Which makes me want to just maybe add in like higher costing combos so that my combos can pay for one another, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Because if this is a deck purely based around action cards, like it looks like it is, that means my combos are going to pay for the combos. Meaning that I should have quite a few high costing combos in here so that I can just toss one, like a Beast Within would be perfect, run Territorial Dominance. So maybe if we take these out, run a Territorial, run a Beast Within, and then I have a lot of soul cards. So, like, if I have this in hand, one soul card, which is really easy to get, can pay for these ones. So I can actually play my combos a lot easier. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shadow for Corrupt Wildlife. We're fine on that. We're A-okay on that. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. I don't think Territorial Dominance is being rotated out. I think it's Ambush that is. Yeah, it's Ambush. So we're good on all of these. I think we're fine. I think we're good. I think we're doing okay. So, with that being said, we'll just open up this chest here because, you know, got ourselves a sweet chest. Got ourselves a Spectra Guide. Amazing. We'll just jump back into it with the more updated version. See how we're rolling, see how we're doing today. Oh. So, okay. How many people have signed up for this gold event? I gotta know. I gotta know. I have to know how many people signed up for this thing, because it's like possibly one of the biggest ones they have, right? There's 15 people signed up. That's nice. That's amazing. Trying to think, how many people were at the New Jersey one? It says 0 of 32. Do they really have 32? That's insane. Oh, Dunk, how are you doing? How are we doing this morning? I want to say Grim Glider, Umbreon Barkeep. What's her ability? Deal 1 damage. Wow, we're going to offset each other very nicely. Very nicely, I think. Into another Barkeep. Awesome. We can Spectral Mantics next turn and maybe even Barkeep again. See what we have. A Dawnstalker. All right. It's fine with me. Okay with me. Do that and then Barkeep again. Ooh, Shadow Puppet and Tentacles. We are rolling it today. We are drawing fantastic. So now I really just got to hope he doesn't have a Pathfinder in hand. Because, I mean, we still have another Spectral Mantics, which is awesome. Being able to have at least... I don't want to overextend. So I think just having one on board at all times with how easy it is to restart that. And, like, he can draw cards. I think it's fine if he draws cards. Next turn, what I might end up doing is, because this will rotate to that corner, is on my turn, just Shadow Puppet these two. Make sure Lunar's not on top. Finding out from last game, you know, play smart. So I might not just do anything this turn. I might just draw two. Because I don't want to Abyss Tentacles, use my ability to just restart that. I want to have a good turn. So I think Tentaclesing... Oh, wait, no, I should have Tentacled this turn. Because I'm going to Shadow Puppet next turn. What am I thinking? Yeah, I should have... Okay. Is he going to use his ability now? Drop. There we go. So yeah, I'll still heal and I'll still Shadow Puppet. I just won't get the Tentacles. That was my bad. I should have done the Tentacles. I wasn't thinking like... I was like, yeah, I'll do a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't have unlimited actions. I really don't. I'll remove those two. I'll take 6. I got so much healing in this deck. And just for my hero ability. I'm A-okay with taking 6. Astral can do whatever it needs to me. I have so much micro healing. Mind you, they have a lot of burst damage, so I still gotta... Okay, it's fine. I got another Spectral Mantics in hand. One Pathfinder down. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Little Tentacles. Call it good. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I think just passing right now is fine. Ooh. Okay, so the Tantosian would get canceled. Mind you, I could just have Spirit of Balance get canceled. Pathfinder? Now that Lunar's on top? No, okay. So, what I might end up doing here... Spirit of Balance gets canceled, which might be fine. That might be a fine one to get canceled here. I can Tantosian out my book and then use my... No, actually... Because I wouldn't heal with the book. I would not heal with the book. I would just draw with the book. And I think doing that is fine. And then just passing. There's another blacksmith. I would like to get the book out soon. If that one stays up, that's actually not a bad one for me. Mind you, like, no matter what, I'm never going to get good Spirit of the Balance value because of that Chimchu there. I'm never going to be able to get it. So I think now's the time to Spirit of the Balance, Tantosian get the book, then use the book to draw one, heal one. I think it's completely fine to do that. Get my tome. Now I draw one and heal one, which is just always better. Oh, another tentacle. Another tentacle. Now I have to remember Astral has Graveyard Recursion with his Chimchu Infiltrators and all this other fun jazz that he does. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I could just refill my board again. So that's 2 Pathfinders in the graveyard now. 1 Chimchu Infiltrator. He could have more. He could very much easily have more. But he doesn't know what I know. Ooh, I can even Corrupted Wildlife, too. Yeah. I might just Corrupted Wildlife next turn, get 3 additional actions, pop the Tentacle in play, heal myself. I'm going to have a really good turn next turn. Oh, yeah. And mind you, like, the Necro Dreadling is fine, because there is a bunch of buffs I'd like to get back, but I don't need so many to finish off a game. I need to just play this game very consistently. I might just pass. Draw another card. There's my Sanctum. Oh, my beautiful Sanctum. And a Territorial Dominance. Which, unfortunately, I can't play. But I can lay Vine Lash now. I can lay Vine Lash. Oh, it's set. I want to lay the Empowering Sanctum, though. I do have more soul cards. So maybe I pass right now. Next turn, can Sanctum heal me for 1, make this thing do 3, rotate that back. Maybe that's better, yeah. Maybe that's better. Try and draw some more stuff. Wow, getting a lot of items. Okay. Maybe cutting the Shade Ripper out is fine. I feel like I'm running too many shadow items. I can cut one Shade Ripper out, put something else in. Now that I have 2 Tantosians and all this stuff, this deck is running really smoothly. Okay. Well, now I can't lay Vine Lash anymore, so there's no point in me holding on to this stuff. So I'll do that. Heal myself for 1, draw a card. Feeling good, feeling fine. Maybe I'll draw a Root Singer. Nope, just another Sanctum. Oh, maybe I would have to draw a Shadow Puppet. That's what I had to do. Okay. Yeah, maybe taking Shade Ripper out. Maybe just like a Reckless Spirit, something more buff removal. Which is really weird to say, because like I said, all the high-end decks are running just straight attack and defend cards, so buff removal isn't that strong. But the one buffs we need to get rid of are these like damage preventing buffs. They're the ones that are hurting us a lot. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I want to say yes. Actually, no. Maybe I wait for Vine Lash. Maybe I actually wait for Vine Lash, because now I can lay it. Oh, there's a Reckless Spirit. Thank Gord. Now I can Reckless Spirit this thing, get my damage through finally. Start hitting home. Real big, real strong, really aggressive. Okay. Okay. Actually now maybe I Reckless Spirit, Stumpdrift Shaman. I got a lot of cards in hand. Then again, I probably should Moss Ridge, if anything. I should Moss Ridge. So get that out. I should Moss Ridge. Then maybe next turn, Stumpdrift Shaman will heal, rotate that. Hoping he doesn't draw a Pathfinder or anything ridiculous. But just, yeah. Get those buffs out there, man. Get them out there. Yeah, and I want to save this for Vine Lash for next turn. I mean, hopefully, for all I'm aware, this could be great Pathfinder removal, and that'll be his third one, and then Vine Lash will stick. And will be amazing. We can all hope, right? So restart that. Actually, I might just need to heal, because he could blow me out. Would healing work, though? Maybe I just Moss Ridge and pass, because I can't do two forest actions. So maybe I do this for more damage reduction. Wait for the big heal next turn. Ooh, now I can Territorial Dominance. Never mind, I drew into a clutch finisher. Mage Ship, sure. Because, I mean, yeah, I had more buffs than you, buddy. That's for darn sure. Go for it. I implore you. Pathfinder. Okay. And just like that, we bring home the win. Bring home that big old W. I like it. I like it. This, I mean, nature and shadow package have always gone well together. S-Starbs, GG, well played. Thank you, thank you. I mean, as we found out with taking a little one to the park, S-Starbs, have a good one. Thunderfin, salute to you too. I mean, as we found out in many tournaments before, nature and shadow have just like melded perfectly to where they belong together. Nature uses all the abilities in the world. Shadow is ability triggers. Like they go hand in hand so well that it's almost like put them together and you essentially built what is how astral synergies work, but with abilities. I think. All right. Naga Ishwafi. Hello, hello. How are you? I think getting a Shade Ripper out there and then passing. Yeah, they work so well together. As at the very beginning, Dr. Attilis, or Attilis, or however you pronounce his name, found out really quickly that Mimicking Horror and Vine Lash is just bonkers nuts. Running Shadow Puppet within Shadow to get more buff removal to, you know, really slow down your opponent helps. Then we led into the more modern day now of what THR Wildwind 7. Good morning to you. How are we doing this morning? I think laying its home and passing is perfectly fine. How are we doing this morning? Ooh, an Insect Swarm. But yeah, I mean, in the later editions now, currently, TPK Gaming runs Arcmoss with essentially the same build. Like, it's really close to just this one, where it's just a bunch of healing, a bunch of ability triggers. Seems kind of rude, though, that you're using that you're using a starter deck hero with this and just destroying other starter deck players. I mean, I don't mean to. This is why I'm in Classic. It's for simple deck testing purposes. If I went on Ranked, right now, I would get slaughtered. That's just a good with a Shadow Puppet. But you know, I mean, I don't want to be rude. S-Stars, you and your Capuchu. No, I know what you're saying though, but yeah, it's just tired. This is my bedtime. Night shift. LOL. Oh, I'm sorry, man. THR Wildwind 7. Where are you from? Because clearly we are in different parts of the world. I think just passing. I don't need to restart this yet. Up to 13 viewers. Hello, everyone. Welcome for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining me on this lovely Saturday morning before the Gold Tournament starts in about 2 hours. About. So I think I'll heal myself for 1. Use my own hero ability. Restart this little ditty here. And then pass. Pennsylvania. Oh, you work the night. Okay, never mind. I'm like, wait, is it really that late for you right now? Like, I thought you were just getting home. And I'm like, man, that's really late. Oh, goodbye, Reckless Spirit. No, you work the night shift, so yeah, you probably stay up and you go to bed mid-afternoon to go over. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, man, if you need to get some sleep, get some sleep. Unless you're like... Yes, I did. I already mailed them out. I mailed all of those out already. So people should be getting them within a day or two. I think Scrub Kid, who lives in Sweden, he's going to be getting his a little later because, you know, international travel and whatnot. But yes, those will be coming. Those will be coming to all of you. Well, I know I need to heal myself for one. Good to hear it, man. Good to hear it. I'm glad you guys are as excited about them as I am. All right. So, I mean, he's drawing 4. Kind of stunk. He moved my buff removal out, but yeah, that is what it is. What are you gonna do? Got his card draw going. Perfection. I mean, he hasn't used a single buff removal yet, so I'm really wary about laying Vine Lash. Really wary about it. I don't even need this blacksmith anymore. I have both my weapons that I could ever want in the world. Powering Sanctum's nice. Pop that down next to an Insect Swarm. Money, money. I can't defend, huh? Fine. I wasn't planning on it. Slam this puppy down. Use my hero ability to heal. Since I can't defend. I need to build up my inventory right around 400 currently, but just started playing about 3 weeks ago. Man! Already got 400 cards and you just started playing like not even a month ago? That's not bad. That is not bad at all. That's what I love people saying, like, yeah, I fell in love with the game, so I just scooped up as much as I could hold in my little arms and then carried him out the door, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. Way to go, man. Ooh, Moonlight Burger possibly in the Pathfinder. I can see that. Wow, he is just really aggressive right now. Okay. Just digital grinding. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I think I just do this for damage prevention, and then I heal. Or then I pass. I don't need to heal yet. I can heal next turn. I can still Vine Lash. I can't Territorial Dominance, though. I can't do that. I don't have another animal. Oh, no, I do. I have Insect Swarm. I can Territorial Dominance. Guys, I found my lethal, if I ever get there. There's the Pathfinder I've been waiting for. He only removed one, though. Only removed the one. Okay. Didn't want to use it with a Lunar or anything. Didn't remove the Moss Ridge, so it's not like he's going to push damage right now, so I'm fine. Which is good. It'll allow me to heal up. And draw. Sucker didn't know what he was dealing with. Wow, now these blacksmiths are literally just dead cards in my hand, aren't they? That is kind of sad. However, I have a Pathfinder now, so in case there's a buff, I can pop that out too. I can Corrupt Wildlife as well. Next turn, that'll be nice. Ooh! That's smart. I'm kind of wondering why he didn't remove the Moss Ridge then if he knew he was going to push for damage. If he knew he was pushing for a lot of damage, why didn't he... You know what? I don't know. The world may never know. That's nice. That's just really nice. And a Stump Drift. Wow. Making it so they're unrestricted actions makes me feel happy. Mind you, I can still Territorial Dominance anytime I want. Next turn I'll do 3. Wow. Wow. Drawing a combo that did not include Solar. That's impressive. That is impressive. Okay, so I'm going to deal 3. Heal for 2. Sadly, I can only do 14. However, that's always going to deal 4 to him, right? It's always going to deal 4. For a second there, I thought that did it, and I was like, what just happened? Then I can heal for 1, draw a card. I could be dead. I could be dead right now. He's been very aggressive, and my Moss Ridge is down, so I could be dead. I could be dead. But we'll see. He did just draw a Corona Loop. If you can't lay Corona Loop, then I'm awesome. Oh my word, did we just win? Did we just win this? How? That's the real question. How did we win that? We knew he drew a Corona Loop, but has he been playing all of his like solar cards that he just couldn't do it? Man. We won that. Yeah, you know, just play consistently. Stick to your game plan. Know for a fact that you're going to win basically the attrition game, and you're golden. What's in the store? Just get rid of that notification. I don't need you. Collection. I got a new avatar, right? Yeah. Perfect. Look at that. No more notifications. No more notifications. Woo! Discord is blowing up. Oh, just a nice, relaxing Saturday morning. Beautiful. Sun's out. I think the temperature is 6. Doing good. Doing good. Got the heater on. Your name is blue on my black screen. Okay. Wow, and it's blue over here. Mrs. Oh, Mr. 7. Okay. I'm stuck at silver. Any advice? I mean, I can give you advice on if you're playing one specific deck. I can look at it and see if I can help you kind of like doctor it up to see if that'll help you push over. If you're having trouble because you're going against like the same opponents, maybe try and find a deck that beats like aggro or beats those combos or whatever you're doing. I'd really have to know the situation because right now the meta, it's very stagnant. Where once you get past like into gold, you're facing the same 3 decks. But if you're at silver, hopefully you're facing a bunch of different random people. In which case, ooh, what do I want here? Probably the Grim Glider, right? So I can lay my shadow cards. But yeah, I mean, it all depends on what, I guess, your... Wow, and I draw 2 weapons. Fantastic. I guess it all depends on what you're running into, mostly. If you're stuck at silver, maybe change up your deck. Maybe the deck that you're playing with isn't having good matchups. Filthy Phil 88, good morning. Maybe you need to, like, if you're playing a more, like, attrition-based deck like this one, and you're finding other people are playing, like, almost the same style, but you're not quite winning, maybe you need to change to, like, a more aggressive style. Maybe that's what you need to do. I think I'll Duskblade Tome. Do I ever Tentacle here? Tetra, good morning. How you doing? You getting ready to go win at the gold tournament today, man? Mr. Seven, I hope I answered your question. Like I said, if you want further information or further advice, if it's just on maybe like looking at your deck, seeing if I can help you advance it a little more, feel free to send me an email with your deck list. I'll more than happy to take a look at it for you, see if I can help you kind of push yourself over. Literally just open my eyes. Tetra, I'm honored that for some reason my stream was already open on your phone before you even woke up. That's high praise, man. The first sight is not, in fact, your girlfriend, but it's me. It's me. To some people, that might seem weird, but to me, it's what we have as fellow Lightseekers. I think I'll do that. Saw the notification. Yeah. Okay, so no Pathfinders yet. I want to Reckless Spirit this if you can't rotate it forward, because I don't want him getting major card advantage on me. That Blinding Beetle. Every time, man, every time. Well, that was just really well played, Mr. Alexander. Very well played. I think I'll put this down. Heal for 1 hit for 3, draw a card. But yes, Mr. Seven, I have an email, razorgresham@gmail.com. I have a website you can email me to. If you, like I said, if you need help on that deck list advice, I can help you there. But otherwise, maybe it's just, maybe switch up a deck. Maybe if you're running into a lot of, like I said, attrition style, start running more aggro. Maybe you can power through it really quick. The fastest way, or at least the most efficient way that almost any game has gone to climb ladder to do efficiently is to play a more aggressive style, because if you're just trying to climb, you want to get your games done really quick and really efficiently. And the best way to do that is to just play aggro, play quickly, play efficiently. Cowboy Hat Valor, good morning, good morning. Am I starting my stream too early? Like, I started at 8 and everyone's up at 9. Maybe I should just like, no, I'll start at 9. I'll wait till everyone gets a chance to, wake up. I play Mountain Dex Defenses playstyle with 2 item, which is 1 damage deduction, and the other is 1 to 2 damage to start. More than half of my card is all defensive. So it sounds like you're playing a very, very slow style deck. And for Mountain, there's a lot of really good slow style decks for that as well. Ooh, do I even do anything here? I can't defend, so I can't use my hero ability. I just pass. So I would also take a look at the if your deck doesn't really have damage-wise to push through, maybe all you're doing is healing and you don't have enough damage to fully commit to the win. So I would take a look at that to see how much potential damage you have outside of your weapon, of course, because your weapon is just consistent 2 damage. But if you're just doing 2 damage and your opponent can heal for like a 6 on average, but hit you back for like 4 or more on average too, you really lose that tempo race. So I would also take a look at your deck to see how much potential damage just in your action cards aside from your weapon you have. Tetra, you have a good day, sir. I'll be hosting you as soon as that stream comes up as well, because I cannot wait for the gold. It's going to be awesome. I think I do this and I remove the 4 consistent damage. I think that's right. I think that's right, because this little punk, I'm not letting that sit out there forever. Forever, ever, and ever, ever. Title shift, okay. Okay. Defend rotates, so I'm fine with defending. And then I'll pass. Spirit of Balance does me nothing. Ooh, Shadow Puppet, that's nice. That's nice. But yeah, Mr. Seven. Like I said, if you want to, go check out my website. It's right there. There's a contact page. Send me your deck list. I'll be more than happy to help you take a look at it, see what I can do to help you kind of push towards where you want to be. You know what I mean? So I'd only heal me for 3. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. Maybe I do just Stump Drift and then heal for 2. Because he seems like a deck that's just really gonna start punishing me by just hitting home for a lot of damage. I do have the Grim Glider up, so this is going to start ticking for 1 at the beginning of every turn, too. That's awesome. He hasn't Pathfindered me yet. So I'm kind of worried about that. Kinda. Astronomer, okay. Get this pass. Can't use more abilities. I obviously want to Shadow Puppet this, just not yet. Not yet. I don't want to wait again until the last one, because Lord knows if I get ruined by that Blinding Beetle again, I'll just be shooting myself in the foot. So, if anything, I lay this down. Maybe I do Shadow Puppet now. Can I? Maybe no. I'll push. This is a lot of damage pushing through right here. This is 9 damage. That's just gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good. I did fall for the thing where if he's got Blinding Beetle, I fell for it again. Umbral Marauder. Wow. Okay. Dump your hand. Dump it. Dump it. Yes, I'm okay with this. So now I can heal 1 draw. I don't need to push 9 damage. I can have all this stuff going crazy next turn. I'm also setting up for lethal next turn. That would have been nice. Ooh, actually, yeah, if I Spirit of Balance it, I would have been able to do 6 damage to him. That'd have been pretty cool. Would I have had lethal then? 6 plus 9? What was he at? Was he at 15? Did I have lethal and I missed it? I think I did. I had lethal and I missed it. Wow. It's hindsight, guys. Hindsight. It's all there. All right there. Well, now I know I have lethal because I can deal 4 plus 9 plus that, so. Yeah, I missed lethal. Can you believe it? Wow. Well, you know, it happens. It happens. Hey! Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. See, I mean, this is just Nature and Shadow are always just really good. It's not running any of the you know, busted cards that are getting retired soon, other than the one Corrupted Wildlife. So yeah, this is just, I think it's going to be a really strong deck come Uprising. Once again, obviously Uprising is going to come out, release a whole bunch of fun new cards to play with. So it's all give and take from there. But right now, I mean, this is a solid deck that in no way, shape, or form is getting nerfed from the full retired cards. So booyah, right there. Boo-yaha. With that being said, who all here is participating in Cowboy Hat Valor's online tournament starting, I think it's tomorrow. I gotta get my deck sent into them. I gotta figure out which one I want to run. How many people are here participating in that? I gotta know. If not, I recommend signing up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. For people who want Classic, for people who wanna just see what they can do. You have a lot to learn, especially when it comes to deck building. This is your first TCG. Hey man, I have plenty of videos out there. Plenty of videos on my family deck builds on deck doctoring, all that stuff if you want to learn. My YouTube channel is a great place to go. Thank you for subscribing to that as well. But I mean, there's a lot of people who play this game now who are building decks and showing off their decks. There is an amazing website called TradeYour.cards where you can share your decks with the community and get comments, get feedback as well from it. Please go to TradeYour.cards to see all the amazing deck lists the community has to provide for you. So if you want to go there, check out deck lists that are already made by people who build really fun decks, really well-played decks. I think a lot of the tournament-winning decks are also starting to be put on there by Tetra because he's doing exclusive interviews with the tournament winners and all that stuff as he's going to the tournaments and getting info from that. So yeah, I highly recommend just going there to look at some deck lists, see what works. But really it all comes down to being a good deck builder is knowing what value you can get, mostly card draw, really good damage and healing, good turn swings and stuff like that. After that, it comes to based on the mechanics of the game, what the game relies on, what its potential is, which just comes from playing the game and learning the game. So half of it is knowing like what value cards bring, whether it's card draw, healing and damage in one turn, like the really strong value cards. And then there is knowing the mechanics to get the full effect in the game. So there's that. There's all that. Everything and anything you would want to know. Yeah. Mr. Seven, if you want, if you are able to send me your deck list now, I can build it on stream and take a look at it for you. I think this one is pretty well under wraps. If not, I was just going to take my Umbreon Peddler back to the ladder, start pedaling up as much as I can. It's a fun deck, and I really enjoy playing this deck. It's a lot of fun. But I think that's what I'll do. I think Lights You Can Sell You. I helped you. I mean, your deck was very well rounded, very well good. It has a lot of good stuff. There are like, I went up against a lot of Astral, and that's usually where this deck probably loses. It's because Astral's just really burst damage. I never face attack. Tech is probably the number one that it loses to. But I went against a lot of just heavy aggro, heavy damaging stuff like that. And I was still able to just micro heal my way out of all that damage. It's just so much potential value with consistent damage from the tentacles. It's nuts. So, let's see what kind of Sicario stuff I can run into on ladder. Because I think right now my ranking... Yeah, I'm only Silver 2 as well. I'm only Silver 2 as well, so I'm in that same boat with you, Mr. 7. Same boat. Me and you, we're paddling upriver. Oh, it's a mill. JS Nice Guy, why do you gotta be a mill deck? You're on Silver 1? Yeah, you're doing better than me then. Okay, so we're playing against Mill. Which means... Yeah, I'll get that one for card draw. He's gonna be efficiently milling us down, getting us to full health, all that stuff. We just gotta be... Yeah, I think Tidal Shift is fine to draw 2 cards for next turn. I think that's good. Use this ability to draw 1. It's a good one to have. He probably doesn't have any attacks other than maybe like a Creeble Gesture, so I don't think I need to lay that one right now. Finally starting to understand what is classic and what is not. At first I was really like, huh? No, yeah, I mean, it's really kind of funny. Because classic has a lot of different and strange rules that everyone's like, what's going on? Like, what is all this stuff? That, yeah, I completely understand what you mean by, like, you're just starting to learn this classic format. Because it is something, it's a whole new thing to get your head wrapped around. Think with the mill deck? Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. He's probably also running, this deck is probably not classic as well. JS Nice Guy 21 is an insanely good player. Probably Forge Wall? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no real point in trying to damage him because he's got all the water heals in the world. He's got all the bubble fishes, all the stuff. So, how many cards are in each player's hand? 10. So I can Umbreon Barkeep to draw 2. Impatient Scholar. Actually, I don't think I need that one. I don't think I need it. Tantosi to get another weapon. Nice. Oh yeah, the Delivered Crab tournament is an amazing podcast and a really fun tournament just to go to if you get a chance. So his ability is almost going to do him nothing because I don't have any buffs in this deck, which is solid for us. I'll pass. I have Black Hole for Planetary Alignment. My card less than 400, by the way. Still working to get more cards. Good luck, Razor. I want to go rank for a while. Later, I'll come back, watch your game. Thanks, man. Salvi B, how you doing, man? I'm doing fine. It's going pretty well today. So far, so good. No complaints as of yet. I mean, I don't really need that one. The only cards he probably has are a Jester. Maybe he's got weapon removal. I don't know. I just got to make sure I don't mill my Umbron Salvagers. That's like the #1 thing I don't want gone. Do this. Draw a card. Not bad. Not bad. I have hold my combos in hand. I'll just draw. I will just draw. How's the what's the core theme? The core theme is, well, I'll show you as soon as I'm, yeah, I'll dump that. The core theme is to draw, get a lot of your combos in the graveyard, all right? And you have 3 weapons. So Umbron Salvager hits for 8. Swamp Peddler potentially hits for 9. You deal 17 damage in 1 turn. To me, that seems a pretty good deal. Oh, drawing that Salvager. Mind you, he's got a Forge Wall, which I also have that weapon removal for. I also will probably never need Eclipse, so I'm fine with discarding that to his Greedy Gem Roughs and all that bogus stuff. The Chimcha Infiltrators are going to be good for getting my damaging cards back if I need to push. This, his deck has the potential... That's fine. You bubble fish away, man. His deck has the potential for that big 17 heal swing. So, like, I got to make sure my damage comes through lickety-split. And actually, I don't want to Pathfinder this just yet because I'm not in any mood to deal damage. Oh, my God. I got all 6 of them, guys. We're not milling any damage here. We just got to hope our weapon doesn't get milled. And if it does, we just infiltrated that puppy right back. I'll draw 2. Waiting for the Jester to drop. Don't you dare say that, Filthy Phil. Don't you dare. As soon as it does. Oh, why did you say it? Why did you say it? I mean, this is going. That's going. That's going. I guess 1 Pathfinder is fine to lose. 2 Pathfinders might actually be fine to lose. Maybe a Planetary Alignment. I mean, I don't really need it. Maybe just 1 Chimchu. Oh my God, I gotta discard so many cards. And that. Still more? Really? Well then there. I'm keeping my damage. I'm keeping my damage. Does anyone know if Casual has a matchmaking algorithm that matches you against players of your ability or just completely random? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure JS Nice Guy is like up in Platinum and I'm Silver. So it might also have to do with how many people are actually on ladder at the moment. He's probably like, why did he discard all of his combos now? So I have 4 combos in the discard pile. Or no, I have 5 because I used Title Shift. All my combos are now in the discard pile. Which means my damage is about to go off. I just need my weapon. I just need my weapon now. Give me that Skyrider. Oh, there's the Oppressor. And a Blacksmith. Okay. Don't mill a weapon. If you do, I can Chimcha Infiltrator. Actually, I can't because I need Lunar on top. So don't mill the weapon. I have the Oppressor to get rid of the Mechanical Shield. I got that. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, no! That's not fine. That's not fine. How dare you? Okay, so now I am dealing 15 damage instead. Oh, that hurts. So I can't get that back now until I have a Lunar on top. Ooh. With how many cards in his hand, does he probably have healing? Scrub Kid, hey, how's it going? I think I still have to try and push. I think now's the best time I can. He's got no limited cards in hand, so his damage is probably limited too. So if I do that, next turn I can remove his item, hit for another 9, and just start going. I mean, if he mills a Lunar, I can bring back my item and be awesome. But right now he might focus on just healing. Oh, okay. Mill a Lunar. Nope. So there's no way for me to get my item back now. No way whatsoever. That kind of stinks. That really stinks. I should have done this and removed his item, I want to say. I don't think I ever win this because my damage is no longer there. My damage is no longer there. And then 6. Yeah, I don't think I can win anymore. I don't think I can win. If I had the Skyrider, maybe. Yeah, I can't win. And this is why I hate Mill. This is why I hate Mill. I mean, mind you, all those cards were basically classic format. I don't think he used a single one that wasn't classic. So it's still going to be good come classic. But it's just like, it should not be that good. Mill should not be that efficient. At all, ever. Forge Wall, yep. I mean, even if I took the Forge Wall down the last turn... Oh yeah, Forge Wall's out. What am I saying? You're right. You're right. Forge Wall's out. But I mean, he could still run the normal tech item. The Forge Wall, in that case, the Forge Wall never came into effect where it was actually beneficial to him. He could have had any tech weapon and been fine. Hopefully that was his only emergency system, because that one's also rotating out as well. What else did we see? Is Jester rotating out? I want to say it is, because we got Crushing Charger now. So Jester might be rotating out as well. But Genruff is staying in. Crystal Maze? Oh, it isn't? Oh, okay. Crystal Maze, I want to say, is still in, isn't it? Or is Crystal Maze getting rotated out? I know there's that one crystal card that's like, you can draw 2 if your opponent laid a buff and you can put a buff in play. I know there was that one. Focus Chamber is the one I'm thinking of. No, Crystal Maze is still staying in. Greedy Gemruff is still staying in. Obviously, Bubblefish is still staying in. Droplet's still staying in. Confused Shaman. Confused Shaman is not. And he used... I think he only used one of those on me, but I mean, he still had 3, right? He still had 3. Vitalizing Frog is still staying in. Yeah, it's just I think with losing Confused Shaman, it's going to be a little more difficult. But in that case, the mill just becomes more aggressive style mill with getting Greedy Gemruffs more effectively and everything else like that. Like Greedy Gemruff is what makes mill so good. Being able to have them discard a card and mill, you shouldn't. That card is just like so good, and the fact that you can Necrophant it back is ridiculous. Like it bothers me. Sorry, it is getting rotated. I didn't check before. They are also rotating out Colossi Artifact, which they must have done recently. Which one? Which one are you talking about? Colossi Artifact. Oh, Creeble Gesture. It is getting rotated. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. The artifact was not on there before. It was just the 3 Creebles and the Shadowy figure. So yeah, Colossi Artifact now is on the list as well. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, it's just like that. That's why Mill is so frustrating to play against. Is because of Graveyard Recursion. Because of Graveyard Recursion, and them being like Greedy Gemruff needs burn. Greedy Gemruff needs burn, so you cannot bring that back. That should be a card that is not allowed to bring back. Because with decks so small, being only 35 cards, you should not be able to bring back cards that essentially bring, like, I think Greedy Gemruff and what's the card? The Creeble Potion Master, I want to say, for poison. I think that's what his name is. Vile Breath Creeble. That one I believe needs burn too. Like those stuff that makes your opponent discard the top of their deck before they even get to it. Like it's those are the types of cards that make Mill. They make Mill work. I'm not saying like, take all Mill out. They make Mill work, but being able to bring them back with the whole like ability to shuffle your cards back in your deck for combo paying and all that stuff is why Mill is so strong. Is because of cards like this that you can bring back. You can lay multiple times. You can restart, rotate, all this stuff. You can bring back the Greedy Gemruffs, all that stuff. I could make a half-hour rant video about my feelings on Mill. It is a viable archetype in any card game that you play, but in this card game, it is cancerous because of all the different mechanics that make this game so unique. The fact that you don't draw if you take your actions, the fact that you shuffle cards back into your deck to potentially last you into the long game. All of these different things that other card games don't have is the reason that Mill should not be as potent in this game as it is in almost every other card game. It's just... no. They should either have, like, burn or unique on cards that mill. So you can still try and mill, like, a combo piece, or you can still do something like that to stop a combo deck. 2 pancakes. Damn, I just built a nice cancerous deck. Dude, me and my friends, like, I'm not even saying this, Seabaz, hi, and thanks for the cards. No problem, man, Seabaz. No problem. 2 pancakes. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm humble bragging or anything like that, because I'm not even sure if we did. But me and my friends built an Ancient Mill deck. The one that I play, when I used to play it, I guess I should say. I don't really play it anymore. We built an Ancient Mill deck. This is the one I play. We put Shadow in it, Chilling Curse, all this stuff. We put anything that's like water combos to toss under him, Confused Shaman, all this stuff. We built it and played it on ladder like a month before it started being popular on ladder. So I don't want to say like we made it, because I'm pretty sure we didn't. We just didn't run into anyone that was playing it. But like, we built this. We built this thing. And we brought it on ladder. And the first week I played it on ladder, I went from bronze to gold 2. I think it was like bronze 1 to gold 2 with a 21 win streak. 21 game win streak. The games took like a half hour long, but I did not lose a single game. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then we're like, okay, this is really potent, really bad. Like, just really bad for the game. Like, oh god, it's so destructive. And then we started seeing everyone else play Mill. I saw the video of NU2 made a General Carnage Mill deck. And in my opinion, this one is way better than that one. Ancient is way better than that one. Just because it has so much more healing. It's disgusting. Like, we built this thing, we're like, oh man. I teched in a Bubble Spirit because I ran into a lot of people that were playing, like, oh, what was it? I think it was Nature. They were playing nature, and they were like Stumpdrift Shamaning. They were trying to get just like Vine Lashes and everything. And because I couldn't remove it, I could defend ability and swap their stuff around, so it didn't rotate, so they couldn't get like a Mimicking Horror OTK on me. So I popped that in for attack. But it's just like Wranglethorn, Mill, or Stall. I would say, in my opinion, it's Stall. In my strong opinion, it's Stall, because at least Mill, they're being proactive, where they're like destroying your deck to win, whereas Stall literally just feels like, and I tell this to everyone, Mill feels like your opponent has a goal to succeed. They mill your deck, they do it like with cards like Greedy Gemruff, with cards like Vile Breath Creevil. They actively are doing things. Whereas if you play Stall, it's like you're playing racquetball by yourself, where your opponent is legitimately just a brick wall, and no matter how much you hit that ball, how hard you hit it, all that stuff, that wall is not going to move, and it's always going to beat you. That's what Stall feels like. Where you give it your all, you're sweating, you're putting your cards out, you're doing everything you can, and it's just a wall. It's just sitting there, minding its own business, and that's it. That's all it is. Stall is, oh my god, and it's always Storm, because of cards that I mentioned last time, like Storm Calling and Tornado, to have so much graveyard and deck recyclical stuff. That stuff needs burn. It needs it so bad. There was that Ushi deck that won a few delivery crap. Yeah, there was the literally infinite Ushi that I think Tetra actually won a tournament with or stuff like that. That they had to give Spirit Gate burn, they had to give Wing Controller burn, because people were finding ways to legitimately go infinite, where they would never reach a deck out state, and all they would do was just heal, and they would just do that. Yeah, he won a couple with, because you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. You can't beat it. Actually, I think one of Tetra's friends, might be your friend as well, brought the Infinite Ushi deck to a Delivery Crab tournament, the very first one in Middleton, and I beat it with Granite. I beat it in time with Granite. We went 1-1. And then in the third round, we went to time, and I was able to pull out the damage over his healing to kill him. So I was able to beat an Infinite Ushi with my Granite deck, because Granite was also just busted, which is why they nerfed him and retired him and all that stuff, because these heroes were way OP. I don't know, I'm trying to think of his name now. He's an awesome guy. I've met him several times at tournaments, but I'm really bad with names. I'm phenomenally bad with names. So if I ever meet you in person at a convention, do not feel offended if I go, hey, you, because unless you're wearing a name tag, or we've known each other for 5 years, my names are bad. Yeah, Uchi got the boot in. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I think Tetra actually still has his Infinite Uchi list on his app. Even though it doesn't really work because Wind Controller got burned and all this other stuff. Like, it's just, there was a lot of cancerous things out there. And they all eventually got burned, they got nerfed and stuff like that. And Geode Hatchling recently got a nerf because there was another infinite cycle where you just couldn't do, it's like an infinite 100% lockout where you just couldn't do anything. That got a burn to kind of nerf it a little bit. But they still have not done anything to stall or mill. They're letting that sit. And that is what is killing ranked right now. Aside from Sicario. Like, Sicario is just rage, because Sicario is the only thing that beats mill and stall, because it has potential to do 36 plus damage a turn and just keep doing it without wasting any value from cards, which is how you beat stall, is to get extreme value out of your cards. But yeah, they're not doing anything. They got rid of Confused Shaman, awesome, but they're leaving in cards like Crystal Maze, they're leaving in cards like Greedy Gemruff, they're leaving in cards like Necrophant. Oh my god. Like, it just, there's so much. I think Swamp Creeper is actually staying in too, isn't it? Because Swamp Creeper got reprinted as a beast. Is it staying in? I'd have to look now. No, Swamp Creeper's getting rotated. Okay, so Swamp Creeper's getting rotated, which isn't that bad. It only helps in the late game. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you look at this list, Swamp Creeper's getting the boot. and Confused Shaman's getting the boot. Everything else stays in. And if that's the case, I mean, Confused Shaman was... Oh my god, this card needs to get changed. This card needs to get changed so much. It should not be 7 heal your opponent, heal for 4. It should be, like, kind of what, It should be along the lines of what Duskfeeder is. Or even what, Tyrax Fixer is, where there's a condition, like, it heals you for 3. Then if your opponent, if you heal, like, if your opponent heals for 4, if they heal for 4, if they heal for the full 4, then you also heal for 4. That's what it should read. Like, they have to heal for more than for 4 to make it, you know, good. That's so, like, the condition is just not even needed. Perhaps Uprising will have some light silver bullets and anti-Miltech. I mean, they tried. They tried making it with this card. They tried. But the fact of the matter is they made it on a buff. And all the mill decks out right there, mostly are Ancient. What is Ancient's ability? Ancient's ability is to remove a buff after it's done all of its healing. So they tried. They tried to make a buff to stop you from, like, to stop Mill from going off. But you just get buff removal, and then you can go right back to it. The only way to, like, really tech it is to run 3 of these cards, or bring this card consistently back. And it's just like, that's too much work just to beat Mill. That's too much work. Like, this card should read almost like 4 corners. What this is, it's 4 corners, but also says cannot be removed or returned. That's what it should read. Or 3 and cannot be removed or returned. You can even put burn on it for all that matters. You can put burn on it too, so once it's in the graveyard, it's in the graveyard. Or maybe not, because then once you mill it, it's like, well, there goes my 1 prevention against mill. But yeah, I mean, that's what this card needs. It needs cannot be removed or returned. Because if you think about it, like, having it be removed or returned, all this deck does is stop mill. And what mill does really efficiently is also remove your buffs along with just healing themselves. And if this just gets buff removal, then how does it stop mill? This card needs the same text that Spectral Web has, where it cannot be removed or returned by anyone, just for as long as it's out. You can expire it, perfect, expire it, and it's 1 of, so you don't need to fill your entire deck with them to hope your opponent, like, tries to mill it. But yeah, it needs. This would be the perfect mill counter, is if it had cannot be removed or returned. I hope I'm not just like, Frick, you're overpowering that card. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Because, like, the only thing it stops is mill. I don't know a single other deck that's like, hey, I want you to discard your card. Or, like, we're discarding, like, we're milling top 2 with all this stuff. Mill's the only thing that does that. So that would make it so you only need to tech in 1. You only need to tech in the 1, and that's what tech cards should be, is only a 1 of. Kind of like a sideboard. You tech in 1, and once you draw it, you should have the good counterplays to it. And if mill is all they want to do is start discarding stuff, then they have to make you discard 3 times before they can actually do it. No, yeah, exactly. Is because it was made. Wrangler says, I don't think I've ever seen that in a deck I've ever played against. Draga Hoarder, in my opinion, because it came out in Kindred, was made to stop mill. But what mill does is very efficiently remove your buffs. Like Ancient. Ancient's ability does. You have probably seen, what's the... General Carnage. General Carnage runs a Crystal Core, which means it has Shadow Puppet and Crystal Leeches. So it has buff removal. So having this on a buff that can be removed is complete nonsense. They made a good card, but they didn't finish it, is what they did not do. If you gave Drago Hoarder cannot be removed or returned, then I could see Climbing Ladder against Mill being good. I could almost see Mill dying. Because everyone would tech in one Drago Hoarder, and they would, you know, draw until they get Drago Hoarder out, and then Mill would have to, like, Greedy Gemruff several times over, like at least 3, Creeble Jester, all their stuff to mill you, they would have to do that, and then their survival would be on the fact that they would just have to heal. But you could also just, you know, Chimchar Infiltrator, one Root Singer, stuff to bring this card back. No, it's really not. You, Cowboy Hat Valley says, once you're sliding in 3, you're sacrificing 10% of your deck on a tech thing. That's not a terribly efficient counter, and it's not. It really isn't. And the thing is, like, even if you do slot in 10% of your deck for this one card, like I just said, every mill deck out there has insane buff removal as well. So it's not even a guaranteed tech. People who have played Hearthstone out there, I want to say a lot of people have. It's the biggest digital card game until MTG Arena came out. There was a big problem with a deck called Jade Druid, where Jade Isles cost 1 card. They put in a card, Skulking Geist, that literally kills all 1-cost cards. It just kills them. That was the tech. You didn't need to run 2, just 1. And mind you, there was no way to really get around it. Once you played it, it was right on the board. There was no way to remove it. It was the perfect tech for that deck. This is the perfect tech for Mill, but they didn't finish it. They didn't finish it. It's not like it's, you know, doing 1 damage a turn where it's really good while it's out there. It's just, you know, hey, while it's out there, you can't gesture me. You can still Creeble, you can still Crushing Charger me, because that moves my cards. I don't discard them. You can still Crushing Charger me, but it does not discard, which prevents you from milling, which prevents you from Greedy Gemruffing me, all this other stuff that would make you discard. But then once you remove it, the tech is gone. They teched around your tech with the most common tech in the game. I don't know. Like I said, when my green screen comes up, I'm going to make a lot of YouTube videos. And they're just going to be like, you know, 10, 15-minute videos that just discuss cards like this, what they need to do to fix them, what the problem is that, in my opinion, is the problem. It's not going to be like, oh, Frank is 100% right, always listen to him. They're all opinion-based. They're all opinion-based. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm saying this is my opinion. This is how I feel. Whether you agree with it, awesome. Whether you disagree with it, there's a dislike button on YouTube as well. But, yeah, like, cards like this, it needs to be brought to the attention, and especially with the new player base jumping up with the launch of Steam, with the launch of Switch, all this stuff. The new player base is going to jump in like, yeah, hey, what's a really good deck? And everyone's essentially going to be like, well, if you want to be competitive, it's going to be Mill. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And it's like, oh, Mill's like, if you don't play Mill, you don't win. And it's like, that's... What? What? So there's only one good deck in this game? Yeah. Wouldn't you think they'd want to build a counter to that one good deck? Oh, they did. Okay, so why is it still good? Oh, the counter's not good. The counter's inefficient. Font of Misfortune is a light counter too, I think, with a little more utility, but still buff. Font of Misfortune, I want to... where is it now? Yeah, cards in all discard piles have burn. I think Font of Misfortune is not necessarily a tech for Mill. This is more a tech for those stall decks, especially like Sicario, especially like Nature that used to run Regrowth, get their Vine Lashes back, stuff like that. It's really for the more stally, the rant never ends. Scrub Kid, it does not. It does not. I love talking. I love talking. I hope I'm not boring you. We're like, God, I can't wait till the tournament starts. I want to watch something else. I hope I'm at least being informative where you guys can discuss with me. But yeah, Font of Misfortune is a tech card, mainly used to prevent those recursion combos, those infinite combos. But once again, those decks don't really care what buffs you have out until they go infinite. So they can just let your stuff sit on the board. Have them rotate out, do whatever they want. They'll heal through the damage. They'll get to their end game. which is why tech cards like this that legitimately don't do anything should include text that says cannot be removed or returned, and just rotate out for 4 turns. Like this one, 4 turns of hey, your discard pile is, you know, no one can bring things back. Tech cards, in my strong opinion, if they are going to be buff, should not be able to be removed or returned, because their value on board is only preventing your opponent from doing one very specific thing. Script Kid, I'm just, wow, you have talked and discussed a lot. Nothing bad, just noticed it. I do this a lot, Script Kid. I hate to admit it, but I am actually a very opinionated person, and I like to get my opinions out there, and if anyone will listen, that's awesome. If you guys want me to shut up and play, just get, dude, can you get back to the game? I'll go back to the game. But having a discussion on Twitch, I think, is what also helps kind of grow your community. It gets you closer to your people when you're talking with them. But yeah, I think that should be. I think it's fair to have meta criticisms, but still enjoy the game. Competitive mill is fair, but definitely, if anti-mill strategy that you only want to lose 10 to 20% competitive decks, it really is. It really is. Like I said, mill is a fair strategy in any card game that I've ever played. MTG has mill decks. Even Hearthstone has like fatigue decks where you just like build up a bunch of armor and you kind of wait into the fatigue and that kind of thing. But I mean, it's not as ridiculous or easy to win with it, simply because like in those games, you know, there's minions, there's consistent things on the board that will just get value if you don't deal with it. Buffs potentially rotate out and they're done. People shuffle cards back into their deck when they play combos, so their deck is always refilling. There is so many differences that it's hard to compare. Just saying mill and all stuff is fair. You have to also take into account that all of the game mechanics make certain strategies way better in certain games. And in this one, because your buffs rotate out, eventually go to the discard pile. They're not sitting there like minions or consistent enchantments that just get value. Everything goes to the discard pile eventually, and then you're stuck there with an empty board. You don't draw a card at the beginning of your turn. You draw your cards from your actions. You shuffle your hand back into your deck, as opposed to like when you pay for combos, they go to your discard pile, they go somewhere else, and then you get them back later. They build your deck back up. I know the game is dead, but the first TCG I ever played was Spellfire. Mill install couldn't win at all. I don't know that game at all, but I'm sure it had something to do with the game mechanics. I'm sure it had something to do with like the board state, game mechanics, how things were played out, which is everything. And that's why mill is a valid strategy across boards. It just has to be balanced correctly with game mechanics. Was a board state, yeah. So if you were able to build up a board state and all mill wanted to do was target your deck and not control the board, you're never going to win. But in this game, you controlling the board is essentially the same thing as just healing yourself and waiting for the board state to rotate out. That's why this game is a lot different. It's all waiting, as opposed to I have to answer this threat before I can get back to milling him. Like mill is fine. Mill is perfectly fine for like an answer to combo decks that try to like OTK you in one turn or looking for specific cards to have a really infinite turn, really awesome. Like that's what a mill answer should be, is have those mill cards in there to, you know, mill out a combo that they really were looking for, mill out a certain like my item. He milled my item so I couldn't get that. Like it was perfect answer. It should not be, hey, I'm playing a mill deck that just has a general basis of like an 80% win rate. That's where I think the designers need to start ebbing and flowing how powerful some of these archetypes are and what they need to do to really combat it. And I think, like I said, if a buff legitimately has no effect. Shibes, good morning, Commander. Oh, I got an upgrade. From Sergeant to Commander. Look at you. No, but like, Font of Misfortune, amazing tech card. The Greedy Hoarder, or Drago Hoarder, amazing tech card. But in no way do they affect the board state. No way do they affect your opponent's life, or your life, or anything like that. They simply affect something on board or on graveyard that certain decks try to do. And if cards like that are teched, if they're made to beat that, they should need to be answered without just saying, hey, I removed your buff with a Crystal Leech, now I can continue doing my thing. They should have cannot be removed or returned. they should have the exact same thing that my most hated buff in the entire game. Oh my god, I could, like I said, I could do a 30-minute video just on this thing. Your buffs cannot be removed or returned. This tech right here, can't be removed or returned, should be on Draga Hoarder and Font of Misfortune. 100%. Should be on it. Like Creeble Decoy, you can argue that it should be, but I honestly don't think it needs to. Creeble Decoy is fine where it is, because think about it, when you get attacked, the attacker must move attack card. So if they try to even attack this with a Crystal Age, anything other than a Thunderstrike to remove this, they still have to remove a card. They still have to move a card back. So it's even a 1-for-1. Can you explain the meaning of tech cards in this Constance? This is the next TCG this is the first TCG I played, and tech just means to order me. Okay, 2 pancakes. What I mean by tech cards is they're essentially like your 29th or 30th card in this deck aside from your combos. You built your deck to do a certain thing, right? You built it kind of like how my one... let's go back to my deck here. How my one deck that I have for... oh my word. Why are you so far down here? There should be my Umbreon Peddler. My entire context, yeah, it's like a tool. My entire context of this deck, right, is to get my 3 weapons out, get Swamp Peddlers, and get Umbreon Salvagers. That's all I really want to do for this deck. So all the rest of it is just draw cards, and if I fill my entire thing with draw cards, that's fine. The tech card, the card that helps me in certain situations where, like, oh, this one deck is really beating me because of a weapon. I need to find a way to remove that weapon. Or, oh, this deck is really beating me because it has, like, so much health gain. If I can find a way, like, putting in, where is it? Creeble Pushmaster. If they're healing a lot, I'll put one of these in when I'm about to go off to make it so they just don't heal. Reduce their healing. If I'm going against someone who has a lot of buffs, I'll put one of these in so my damage can get through their buffs. It's like Filthy Phil said, it's a certain card or certain 2 cards that your deck needs to beat certain decks that it's having trouble with. I hope that makes sense, 2 pancakes. I mean, good tech cards also. Creeble Monk. No hero can use abilities. So for 3 turns, no one can use abilities. Yeah, I hope it was understandable. It's like, it's not a card that helps you win. It's just a card that helps you regain control against a deck where you're consistently losing. Where, like, once they reach that state, there's just nothing you can do. It's that one card that's like, if I play this out, it brings me back to where I have a chance to come back. It puts them in a bad spot, and they have to answer, they have to do something with it, so that I can then regain tempo and try to win. So you get that back and forth, that rubber bandness, and it's not just once it gets to a certain point, there's nothing you can do, you're just dead. And it always keeps happening. It's to get you to that point where it's like, oh, I have this one card that'll help swing the favor back in mine. So you can have those nice back and forth matches. Cowboy Head Valley says, I like that you're using, that you are spare, or, I like that you, I need to close. I like that they are sparring with the cannot be removed or returned concept. It's really powerful, especially Web is insane. For tech cards, it makes sense. Maybe add a 4th corner to them, but make them limit 1 per deck. Cowboy Head Valley, that is another tech that if I want to keep playing this game, I'll keep playing this game. But there's another video I want to make of how the unique phrase, unique keyword on here should not just mean only one is allowed to be out of the field at a time. Unique should mean only 1 in your deck. Only 1 in your deck. Just take unique off here and leave it the same thing. It does not even need unique. It legitimately says, you know, if there's 2 or more, increase all damage 1. It can read the same as the mountain one, the earth buff. Did I pass already? It could read essentially the same as Steadfast Beacon, where it doesn't have unique. Still essentially does the same thing, right? Take unique off that card and every other card in the game they have unique on would make sense. They put unique on Bloomback Drago, which is nuts. They put unique on Pollen Weaver, on Spirit Channeler, which are ridiculously nuts cards. Put on, I mean, these ones, I mean, Celestian Beastguard is fine if you want to keep unique on that. Suntop Gallery is another unique one where you don't really want to even run more than one. Crystalline Altar, Inertia Sentinel, they're unique, so you, doesn't unique mean that if more than one is in play, only one is applicable? Yeah, exactly. Where you can have multiples out in play, but only one does anything. Unique should also just be only one in your deck. Yeah. And if you think about Cowboy Hat Valor, I'm sorry, I've been ranting for so long, I do apologize. If you think about this Cowboy Hat Valor, a lot of the decks that we saw pre-classic rotation ran 3 copies of almost every card. The only ones that didn't were ones that were like OTK, where it only ran like 1 Mimicking Horde, where as soon as you drew it, that was your win condition, or anything like that. Everything else was like 3 Boulder Feasts, 3 Ancient Miners, 3 all that stuff. And the game changed dramatically when Classic hit. And Classic essentially put in the rule, hey, these are cards you can only have 1 of. And a lot of people still included 1 of because they're really good cards. They still added the 1 of, and it changed the game up so much. It made a whole lot more variety. Still had really strong power level cards, but you were only limited 1 per deck. So once you drew it, awesome. If you didn't draw it, well, it was somewhere in your deck. Implement that into this game. And your decks in the future will not all just be like, yeah, I have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, because these are all the cards I'll ever need. These are the powerful cards. Yeah, as long as they don't use it to license to make ridiculously overpowered cards. Exactly. Exactly. And if they do make a ridiculously overpowered card, give it unique and burn. Give it unique and burn so it cannot be brought back from the discard pile. But yeah, cards like this, Bloomback Drago, I already discussed that. Bubble Gnasher, Cyclone Tamer, and Torque Captain. All have unique. Just have 1 in the deck. Then Chain Reactor, like I think Chain Reactor is legitimately the only one you'd have to change to make it so it works like the Beacon. But everything else that has unique can also just be make it 1 per deck. Okay, so I wonder if it's possible to make a deck where every card is only 1 of in the deck, or make a good deck. I'm sure it is. I'm sure you could make a Highlander deck that in this game that would be good. It would have to do probably a lot of weapons. I want to say Astral has the best chance of doing, because Astral just has really good card draw, really good card draw. But I'm sure there's a way to do it. But yeah, that's a lot of things this game needs. And I've talked, and I want to make YouTube videos instead of just continuously ranting about this on my Twitch chat. But the game needs unique to change to limit 1 per deck, because I think the Classic format really upped the ante on deck building strategies, on different archetypes for decks. Where having unique is perfectly fine. They should make it so that those specific tech cards to counter specific things that do not give you a win condition, but simply prevent your opponent from being ridiculous, in a sense, should include cannot be removed or returned. Like, they need to up their ante and redo their card mechanics, I think. I don't think they're... And of course, this isn't being noticed until, other games are being played, until people break the meta and find these things out. But right now, these cards have been out for a while. They're continuously doing edits on cards. They're adding burn to all this stuff. And I think that these changes need to be added to make this game consistent and to not fall the way of, hey, this deck has been ruining the meta, ruining the game for like 2 months now. You haven't done anything about it. You tried doing something about it, but it's not effective at all. It's so easily get removed. I mean, yeah, I have a video, like I have a list of stuff that I want to do. There's a video I want to make on Spectra Web. There's a video I want to make on Crazed Bomber. There's videos I want to make just on buff removal alone. There's videos I want to make on Unique. There's videos I want to make on handling certain situations with cards and whatnot, how I think they should either be errated or reprinted or stuff like that. It's just like, so many fun videos I can make that I want to make as soon as I move into my new apartment with a green screen, so I can actually use my video editing skills to make enjoyable YouTube videos. So once again, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to there, because as soon as I get 100 subscribers, I can actually like make really cool thumbnail pictures for those videos instead of just like me on camera. So I can make it entertaining, and I will. I promise you I will. But yeah, there's so many videos that I want to make, just like right now. So think about when Uprising comes out, how many more videos I want to make to do that. But yeah, I mean, I think right now, if I really wanted to competitively climb ladder, I'd have to play Mill. They should have 2 or 3 Einstein players making unlimited lock decks and such to their playtesting team, and give them product for finding unfun OP combos before print. I have actually suggested that. Kaibo Head Valor, I have suggested that, because they should. They should hire people from the Heroic Starfish team, people from the Superior Seekers team, like Dr. Tillis, like Bova, like Cosmo, like all those guys that are coming up with these ridiculous format decks. They should hire them as playtesters, as opposed to, because I want to say their only playtesters are the development team. So they're developing the cards to play a certain way, then they're building the decks how they see them as they build the decks, and then they play them, and like, okay, is there any weird interactions that we thought about? And they're like, no. And then they hand it to the public, and the public is not in the same mindset as them. The public is like, all right, there's a card that says no abilities. There's one that says no attack, one says no defend. Here's one that makes it so that their buffs are dormant. So there is 100% lockdown. Is there a way to have these all on the board at the same turn without your opponent doing anything? And they look at it. They're like, okay, what do I need for the lockdown? What do I need to get them out? And they found it. They found it. They find 3 buffs. Most, they found, what was it? Mari Bard, Subjugator, and Paralysis Bug. So you can't attack, defend, or your buffs do anything. Then Reality Rift brings them all back, gives you an additional action so you can stubborn Everrock. And you're just like, why? Why would you ever need to build a deck like this? And then, you know, once it goes viral, the team's like, oh, okay, guys, how do we fix this? How do we fix our problem? And the solution really is to fix your problem, hire these people that are doing it to solve it before you go live, so you don't have to consistently errata, consistently deck change and card change. Because if you're printing physical, it's almost impossible. Like, can we get those physical cards back so we can reprint them to make them the same as digital? Like, you need to solve these problems before you launch. And I hope that's kind of why Uprising got pushed back, is because they're taking that into consideration, is because, like, hey, you know, we had Uprising, we gave it to some testers, they found a way to broke it within a week, we gotta rework it. Alright, we gave it to them again, alright, they broke it again, we gotta rework it. Stuff like that, which is, if that's what's happening, I'm okay with them pushing it back. I am. I really am. If it's not, if they're just like, oh, you know, we got to get the printing process done, we got to get all these coding for the mechanics done, that should be common things. But they should have the core set, test it, edit it, test it, edit it, test it, edit it. And if they're continuously finding things that are breaking based on the old cards or the new cards and whatnot, I'm hoping that's the reason for the delay. Because we're almost like halfway through Q1, and we haven't even seen a card reveal yet. And that kind of scares me. Kind of scares me a little bit that we haven't even seen a card reveal. And I think Warhammer is on their 2nd expansion, and they're already doing card reveals. And their quarter is Q1 too. So I'm hoping things are still on track. But we'll go back in here. We'll try this. So, I hope with my rant it's okay. Everyone listened to it. Everyone was like, you know, he's making a lot of good points. If people just left the stream and they was like, dude, just please, just shut up. Okay, I don't need to listen to you right now. It's like 4 in the afternoon. I was having fun with this game. Why did you have to do that rant? Why did you have to say all these things? I hope it was at least a good discussion to have. But yeah, Mill is too potent. They're fixing the healing problem with you know, a lot of the, oh my god, it's Sicario. Well, boys. Oh, but I drew this. If he's running Soul, we could have a shot. If he's running Soul, we could just remove the Soul item. We got our Tantosian. Let's see how we do. Beat Sicario easy with your Peddler deck. That's true, I did, Delzo1, I did. I also feel like he wasn't playing it that properly. Always get the tome first. Always get that sweet tome for that beautiful card draw. Trying to against Sicario. Against Sicario, I'm not sure. I mean, if I draw non-lunar, it's only 3 healing instead of 4, so I'm almost getting full benefit from it. But I do need to really rush. I do need to really get to my state before he gets, you know, everything on board that he needs. Shadow Supplier. Oh, that's not good. Do you really need to draw more cards, man? Are you going to start dumping your hand soon? Is that what's going to happen here? I can't do anything. We'll see if I beat him. It really all depends right now on who gets to their board state sooner. Ooh. I want to say wait, because I might need a Battleborn Oppressor back, like, my item removal. So sadly, I think I just need to wait. I can Enlightenment next turn, if I really need to, which could actually be fine if I Enlightenment. It'll draw me cards, it'll refill my hand. I don't really need these ones right now. Cool. I can Pathfinder this in case something else happens, but if he's only drawing 1 card, I might be fine. I still have a Twilight Oracle to get... Oh my god, I almost have like all the damage in my hand. I just need combos and my weapons. I'm getting to my board state really quick. Yeah, so depending on what he lays here now... Wow. This card is also banned. Mr. 7 says, I hate that opponent so much, dude. Is he that bad? He looks bad. I mean, I can't Pathfinder it now, so he's going to draw 3 cards. Yeah, this card is banned. It's banned. For perfectly good reasons. I think I just draw. Alright, we got our weapons. Knocked out of the park. So I need to get my combos in. Okay, there's... Yeah. Is it Soul? I bet it's Soul. Why are you allowed to use banned cards in Ranked? Because they're quote-unquote errated. Moonsong. Moonsong has been errated. The Wraith has been errated. There's a bunch of cards that have been quote-unquote errated that are banned. I mean, you can still use an ability. Do I just remove this? I feel like I do. This one is the one to remove. I kind of wish I was able to get a Lunar there so I could remove 2 of them. But I think that's fine. I think that's fine. He's got to find a way to lay another ring. So now I need to get the Infiltrator back. Okay. I need to draw. Oh, that's not gonna help. I also need to get like a Tantosian so I can put Skyrider in, just use Skyrider. How many cards does he have in his hand? 11? I mean, he could put in another Light Lurker. He could put in the Abyssal Spectre. stuff like that to start healing. I only have, what, one combo in the discard pile right now? Ritual of Awakening. Well, he kind of laid that too early, in my opinion. Unless he's legitimately going to go off, like, next turn. If he legitimately is going to start going off next turn, that might have been too early for him. Teriyaki Fish Gangs, thank you for the host. There's another Shadow Wraith. Who would have thought, right? And a Tentacle. Another Abyss Shade. Yeah, this deck is just, it's like cancerous. I believe it was posted by Wranglathor online too. On TradeDraw.card, so everyone has access to this deck now. Okay. Were you the one that posted, or was it someone posted this deck? Freshton did. Freshton posted this deck online. I need to do this. Discard and draw 2. Wow, this is just sad. I was gonna say, I don't play Dread. Well, no, Freshton posted it giving credit to Legaia. Legaia is the person that plays this deck and won Season 2 and Season 3 with first place, and all he did was play this deck. All he did the entire 2 months was play this deck and got first. Because that's all he needed to do. Shroud of Night, okay, so I can't attack him for the next 2 turns. I mean, he's just going to lay more tentacles down, he's going to lay another Spectral Web down, he's going to do a bunch of stuff. I can't even, the thing is, I can't even Infiltrator back my thing now. There's Barkeep. I definitely have more cards than him. Another Skyrider. I can't attack him, but I want to get to the state where I can attack him soon. This is going to rotate out in 1 turn, which means that I'll be able to, like, somewhat push for lethal. He's probably got a bunch of those, yeah. I mean, I'm going to die real soon here, because he's going to put more shades in. Yep. I want to say probably even put in another tentacle to get another action. Yeah. I mean, this deck is another thing. It's just like, yeah, there it is. There's nothing you can do to this deck. Legitimately nothing. I think it was posted by Dark Talent on Discord that this deck has essentially become like a mini boss. It's become a mini boss to try and beat. And if he didn't have his second weapon or his second item, maybe I could have been a little better. But he, you know, Gurley news, you can't lay buffs. All the wraiths, so you can't even attack and remove his buffs. All this stuff that's just like, there's a reason cards like that are being banned, because they're super broken. Just, I built the deck. Right here in case anyone wants to see. It's the worst campaign boss. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a deck that is just stupid. Putrid Shaman is getting retired. Shadow Wave is banned. Spectral Web is getting retired. Everything else is, however, staying. Ritual of Awakening, Shadow Knight, Ghostly Grasp, and Corrupted Wildlife all getting retired. Like, it's the deck to use to climb, because it's either this or mill. And this is why I also keep saying that if you want to play ladder, it's a rock, paper, scissors. You either play Sicario, which is this deck, you play mill, either mostly ancient, or you play tech aggro. Because, like, how it is tech aggro is supposed to beat mill. It's supposed to be just with heavy damage, just hammering them really quick before they can heal. Sicario, or no, what is it? Heavy aggro beats Sicario because they don't have heal. So heavy aggro it's the best chance of beating Sicario. Because they don't have heal, they have to get you to that lockout state, so it's your best chance to do it. Sicario beats mill because of all of its like consistent board damage, where it did like 35 damage in one turn. But mill beats aggro because it has so much heal that their aggression slows down to a point, and all they do is wait it out and heal back up. So it's literally a rock, paper, scissors triangle between those three. And if you want to play ladder, you pick one of those three, otherwise you're not climbing. And that's really, really why everyone is super upset right now that Classic is not implemented on ladder. Because we have to deal with another freaking month of this. I helped them introduce old heroes from Awakening with updated art and abilities. Sicario in a wheelchair, Dolo with an eye patch looking rough. Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Del Zero 20 days. I'm counting. I'm counting, man. That would be awesome. Like, Dolo's just been hurting himself the entire time, and he's just looking rough. Sicario's just like cutting himself. He's like, alright, I'm not looking so good, guys. This is not good. Yeah. There is a Dolo Mountain OTK stall deck as well that's also doing really well. I think I faced that on Wednesday. That deck is really well done. But once again, a bunch of retired cards are in that deck. And it's because Awakening is just super busted. What are you gonna do? I think we're gonna go back to classic or to casual because I feel like, playing some fun decks and trying to win. Which one should we play, however? Which one to play? Casual for the win. It's the only place we can win right now. It's in my opinion really why I don't want to play standard at all. And it sucks. I mean, it's fair that these standard rounds are counting towards going to the Invitational, but I've said it before, the fact that every single physical tournament is running on a different rule set than the digital tournament makes me really upset that digital players only are allowed to go based on their past series winnings, because a lot of people didn't play ranked because they didn't have the one or two decks that it took to win, or they already sharded their cards so they could get ready for Classic, and it's like, oh no, Classic's not yet. And everyone's like, we've had 4 physical tournaments, about to have like 5 or 6 before it even gets implemented digitally. The rule set needs to change. Needs to change, especially if it's like, yeah, all these people are going to be okay to go to Classic. Like, oh my god, it needs to change. I also kind of joked, like, digital players. I really joked with my friends as soon as they're like, yeah, the digital ones get to win. And I'm like, okay, even though it's like a completely digital game where tournaments run on a 50-minute time base, 3 rounds and whatnot, use the sideboard, and digital is like, hey, you play mill, you win, cool. That the digital players are going to go to this tournament and they're going to bring mill, and they're going to wonder why they lost the first round. It's like, well, what do you mean there's a time limit? What do you mean it's a best of 3? What? Because they're not used to the format. And it's like, oh my god, this is going to be horrible for you guys. I think I'm going to play some Elemental Blacktail. Or should I build a new deck? We do got about like an hour or so till the tournament starts. Should we just build a new deck? What's a fun hero that someone wants to play? Did I face Truth? He was using that Dolo deck and he almost beat me. It's a bit... Yeah, Truth is the one that I learned it from. I faced Truth and I saw it and I was like, what is going on here? I mean, I didn't even get to see it get to its full epicenter. I just saw it stall and I was like, I can't... No, stalling, I'm not doing stall. Sorry, I'm not doing it. So I left. You should have the occasional stream with a discussion or interview Play Fusion folks, questions and discussions of the game. I would love that. I would love to bring some of them on the stream and be like, I have some questions for you. I just don't take offense. Like, I might sound like opinionated, like, dude, why aren't you doing this? Why? Please don't take it as offense. This is a stream. I try to do it, for entertainment value as well. But, I mean, I obviously also understand that they can't probably not be able to answer a lot of questions because of NDAs, because certain things aren't out yet. So if I ask them, like, hey, why aren't you working on this? It might be because it's like, well, it's because we're working on something in Uprising that we can't say about. It's like, oh, okay. And they can't even tell me that. They can't even say they're working on it in Uprising because that's spoilers. So, like, the only thing I'd really be able to ask them is stuff that pertains to the stuff that came out. Mr. 7, thank you very much for the follow. Can we get a Thundervin salute from Mr. 7 in the chat? Thank you very much for that follow, sir. But yeah, I would love to have someone on as an interview, discuss these things, discuss like, hey, when timer schedules allow from time to time. Yeah, no. I mean, it would mostly have to be, I think on my stream, it would have to be like a Saturday morning thing. Because for them, for the people in the UK, it's like, what, 4 or 5 in the afternoon? And it's like 10 in the clock. If I start my normal stream, the UK people are like, oh, it's midnight, dude. Weird. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that on a weeknight. Completely understand that. But yeah, it would probably have to be like a Saturday morning thing. Hopefully when they're home. Kind of be, weird if they went to the office on Saturday. Maybe they do. But yeah, it would be awesome to bring some of those people on stream, discuss with them. Hey, I have a few questions we'd like to discuss it on here. I know Delivery Crab Podcast has brought Benny and those people on a few times and discussed. Right after Kindred came out, they were able to get a hold of those guys and talk with them. So that's awesome if you go listen to their podcast as well. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like a better way to start out with that is to make my YouTube videos, get my information out there. After that, see if they want to come on and we can discuss some things. Like, hey, just preparing yourself. I have these questions in line for the YouTube stuff. What can you answer before the stream starts? Just so I have a reference, so I'm not asking you like 5 questions in a row. And the only thing you say is, I'm sorry, I can't disclose that. I'm like, well, okay, that's, 15, 20 minutes of, next question. So, yeah. All right, what's a hero? What is a hero that we could play today and have some fun with? Thunderfin? Scrub Kid really pushing that Sergeant Thunderfin, huh? I mean, we could try. We could definitely try. His combos are going to be really easy to pay for. I feel like he's an aggressive style deck. So we're just going to... maybe put a Marauder. Definitely 3 of these. No reason not to. We're going to put some Barkeeps in there. 1 Creeble Jester. Or Frenzy Creeble, sorry. Battleborn Oppressor, just because I like a Battleborn Oppressor. It's nice. It's nice in there. So yeah, like 9 out of line cards. Works good for me. Go back to Storm. Obviously, we're going to be adding in 3 Dust Fiends. Our combos are going to essentially just pay for themselves all the time. I like 1 Dust King. Dust King is very nice. Now, combos. What should we run for combos? I want to say just, like, fairly cheap ones, right? Like Lightning Storm. I'm still only in air. Murky Waters? Do we run a Murky Waters? Electro Stun has been really nice lately. Stormwall, because why not Stormwall? Storm Strike. Okay, now I'll just... Should I include the Bane of My Existence? Should I include that? I feel like we're going to be very action-based, so maybe we do. Put in like 2 Bubblefish. Give me some Thunder Slugs in here. If we're going to play this, Have 3. Ooh, Delzo 1. You are feeding into my ego. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. They're going to be dead cards in my hand, though. I feel like what we should do is, like, build a deck with all of the cards that are not really used and just see how they work. Right? Just see how they work. Like a Wave Crasher or 2. Actually, no, that relies... We're going very unaligned, so maybe a Wave Crasher would be horrible for us. Windseer? Well, I didn't like 2 Windseers. Well, I need more water. And lightning. So what are some cards here that just don't get played a whole lot? I feel like almost all water gets played. I feel like almost all the water cards get played. Blue is such a... We'll add in more Electro Hoppers. We'll do it. We'll do it. It was asked for. I'm a man of the people. 3 Electro Hoppers. I don't want to go too buff heavy then if I'm using those for buffs. Thunderfin Brewer, or Thunder Brewer, actually might be insane in this. Because if we deal 3 damage, and then next turn we have a lot of easy ways to pay for combos, it just increases it by 3. Poor little Deluge Drifter. Yeah, I mean, he's sitting there, kind of feeling sad. I don't think I need that many Spark Wisps. Let's go back to water. We have almost, like, no healing. Maybe that's bad. Maybe we need more healing. Maybe we add in some frogs, something that's not a buff. Get ourselves a Delivery Crab. Maybe Delivery Crabs are actually better than the frogs. It kind of feels weird, but this deck is going to be very aggressive. It wants card draw in it too. So card draw over healing I think is going to be better for us. That's why we have the Barkeeps. Windseer is just kind of like, you know, mess with their hand. It's not necessary, but it's fun. I'm running Murky Waters and only 5 water cards. Maybe that's just a horrible idea. Then again, Dust Fiend and any of our unaligns could pay for it. Maybe we do put that back in there. Oh, man. I don't even own this card. I do not even own this card. I had to purchase it with the shards. And he's now become like the symbol of my stream. How sad. How sad. If I could get this as like a giant poster, I would hang that up behind me when I stream. I would do that. I would have him saluting everyone that watches me. I wish I could get the full art for this. That'd be so awesome. Okay, so we have really cheap combos. I'm trying to think. What, these are not getting retired, right? These are not getting retired. I tried not to get the ones that we can't really use. Nope, not a single one. So we can even add in a broken one if we wanted to. We could even add in a Flying Debris or add in a Cleansing Wind if we really wanted to. Man, those Electro Hoppers, I think aside from... Yeah, Thunder Slugs, they're my... Oh, no, Bubblefish. Okay. And then I have, what, 2 combo buffs? And with the Windseers, I can make sure they don't have buff removal in hands. Alright, guys. Salute! Let's do it. Look at him, he's so beautiful. Oh, that art. That art. I love the fact that he's just got robot arms just so we can salute. It makes him feel better. Makes him feel better. Let's see how this deck does. Let's see how that Hopper, if we always have it every turn, that's how we do it. That's how we win. Oh. So I think, is Tetra starting in a half hour? Is the tournament starting in a half hour? I will raise this question to you. I will raise this question to you, Twitch chat. Do you think I should just stop at 11 and go host Tetra so everyone can watch the tournament? Or should I continue streaming for another 3 hours like my scheduled stream is supposed to go to? What would you prefer? Just stop the stream and go host, or continue streaming? What do you guys think? Oh my god, we're amazing. We're the best people in the world. Host Tetra? I can do that. Host and comment on the games. Delzo1. If I had the time, first of all, I'm going apartment hunting this afternoon, so I won't be home the entire thing. And if Tetra like allowed it, where I could, I would simply take his stream, put it up on the main screen here, and then just put an overlay of mine. I would comment the crap out of all of the games. I would do commentary. And it would be amazing. And you would all love me for it. But it's his content. I don't want to steal his content. All what he wants to do. But yeah, I would... Oh my word! He just black holed an Electro Hopper. This guy must hate this card more than I do. That's impressive. Mind you, like, I can't attack for another turn. Is this guy playing the tournament-winning Cassini deck? Does he have more subjugators and all this broken stuff? He black-holed this innocent little fat frog. Can you believe that? Man, he hates that thing. Skyward Observatory, okay. With no cards in hand, I'm not sure that was the best move. But, you know, if, you know... To each his own at this point, I suppose. We'll take that, and we'll do that. Or, wait a second, no. Do we do this? Yeah, we're gonna hit for a lot. Shives, that's really saying something. Oh my word. Alright, I can Storm Strike. Guys, check this out. I mean, if I don't die right now, it's awesome. But I can Storm Strike. Oh my word, he is running it. For real, dude? For real. Okay. Oh, we got the other Hopper. We got the other Hopper. I mean, I can't attack, so I might as well Hopper, right? Might as well. And I think I'll Windseer just so he doesn't have a hand. Ooh. Solar's on top. I'm actually okay with just him healing. I don't want him getting a lot of good value out of that. He can heal if he wants. I have the Hopper. I have the Hopper, everyone. But yeah, I can Storm Strike right now and keep Creeble and Spark Wisp for 11 damage. Plus my 9. So I'll have, what, 20? He'll essentially have 21 because I let him keep the heal. But there's the 2. And I think we do it. I think we just do this. No, wrong one. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh my god, we can... That's right, we can play another combo. I mean... Thunderfin is good, guys! Woo! Thunderfin is super good. He can heal. I have the Hopper. I have the only Storm card that matters. And that is the Hopper. God, this thing is stupid. Yeah, I have no defense. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Get to the Hopper! I mean, just to show him that I could have. Yep, could have killed you with that. Could have killed you with that. The salute to the best Storm aggro deck I've made in under 5 minutes. And I believe, yeah, I gotta play Storm cards too. I gotta play Storm cards. And Creeble cards. Woo! Goog. Oh, it is a Goog game. It is a very Goog game. I ran into 2 Subjugators there as well, and I still beat him. Still. Nailed it. Yeah, I'm okay with cutting the stream short today if there's a tournament going on. I know it's going to happen on a lot of Saturdays, so I'm not at all worried. Like, oh no, my Saturdays are always going to get ruined because that's when the tournaments are. There's not a tournament every Saturday. I'll cut it short. You guys can have me. You can have me as your little pregame. I'm like the Puppy Bowl compared to the Super Bowl. Some people prefer the Puppy Bowl. I'm honored. Some people prefer to actually watch a sports game. That's fine too. Nata. I gotta ask, is Lynx the hero that's in the base starter Astral deck? I gotta know. God, we pulled the Hopper again. We are the best people in the world. It is? Okay. I mean, I figure as much. All these heroes that just do 1 damage. Electro Hopper. Now that kind of makes me curious why Electro Hopper gets a red aura around it, but some of the other cards don't. You know what I mean? Yes, please. Oh, I could get rid of Mage Ship and he can't Sunstrike me though. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Pathfinder so we can't do that. I like my Hopper, man. I like my Hopper. So mind you, he's probably gonna like Storm Strike into some Creebles. Red Aura means it gets its full benefit. No, I completely understand that, but like it doesn't get its full benefit where most cards will get him. Like for attack cards and whatnot. Unless I just played against it, yeah. Shives, gotta go. Get ready for my other tournament today. We're drafting. See you guys later. Dude, Shives, have a good one. I love drafts. Drafts are so much fun. I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you have a good time. I think I Thunderslug that, and then I Umbron Barkeep. I won't have 2 turns of that. Kind of sad. Big Doggy 49 with the follow. Thank you very much. Everyone, can we get a Thunderfist salute for Big Doggy in the chat? Welcome. Welcome to the pack. Storm Strike, nice. So I mean, he's got a... Well, actually, he didn't have a whole lot of healing, did he? He laid his... Oh, no, he had a Thief in hand, right? Did he have a Thief in hand? I say I just want to draw. I just want to draw. Oh, remove that Hopper, I dare you. I dare you now. I got Hoppers for days. I got an entire swarm of Toads. I'm like a plague upon Egypt. And a Dusk Feeder, sure. Sure. Now I can Umbron Thief you, and you won't even see it coming. Then I pass again. Okay. Lynx, Zenith, Quart, Maku the Young, Crab Rider, Nita, and Zila are the current starting heroes. Okay. Good to know. What are you going to bring back? A Mage Ship. Very heavy into the buffs. Okay. Okay. Good to know. So if I Storm Strike him for 9, which combo do I bring to my hand? Do I bring Stormwall? Do I bring Stormwall? I think I do. You almost wrote Ziliax. That's understandable, man. Yeah, I think I bring Stormwall. See if he's got any. Because I mean, he had a lot of attack cards, but he's got to basically draw Pathfinder soon, within like the next 2 turns. He is going to draw 4 cards. Maybe that was a horrible idea, because he's bound to draw Pathfinder, right? He's bound to draw it. Maybe that was just a horrible idea. Brent Thief, sure. Sure. Mage ship. Okay. So this is not going to rotate back anymore because he doesn't have gravity on top. Kind of wondering about that. Yeah, I have to toss that, don't I? I got to use it for water. Could be good. So he can't attack this turn, but I'm going to take 4. He could lay a Lunar and set up a Pathfinder for next turn to remove my Hopper. Another Astronomer, okay. Interesting. Okay, so he is setting up for a Pathfinder turn. Oh man, and I'm gonna take 7. Mind you, I have a Marauder for 6. If he Pathfinders, I could Lightning Storm too. I'd lose a lot of potential damage. Oh, he doesn't have Lunar on top anymore. I could also just be dead. Could also just be dead. Stormwall? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I can only bring him down to 5. Not bad, not bad. I think I pass. I think I need to find something. Barkeep's just more healing. It's not drawing right now. Hopefully he doesn't have lethal in hand. Hopefully he's running more buff damage than anything. Nope. Nope, that ain't good. Oh my god, he had 2 combos. Sick. Sick. Well, you get to draw. Let's draw 1. Or 2, I guess. So... I am essentially just dead. Because he's going to draw 4 cards, and there is almost no way he does not draw lethal. I have to Thunder Slug this. Like, that's not a Thunder Slug. Unfortunately. I think just healing, hoping he doesn't have, like, a Militant or anything. Or not a Militant. Well, I mean, he's... I'm dead, right? There's no way I'm not. Put that out there. I'm dead. Sad to say, but I'm dead. Did I? Okay. I was like, did I just win? But no. No, there's no way. Still don't have lethal. Only have 11. I think I just pass again. Ah, this is hurting. Umbreon Thief would have been nice. Would have been very nice. Oh man. What are his damaging cards? Like, are they all buffs? Okay. Do not have an Infiltrator or... There you go. So he had lethal last turn. Or maybe not. Maybe he just drew that Kree with the guide. Yeah. Astral spiky damage beats this consistent one a lot. Oh well, we'll keep playing. I'm not sure... Like, he had Subjugator out that turn, right, that deck too, right? Subjugator, like, being not able to attack is just really hurtful. It hurts. It hurts me. Good old Moon Moon. Why wasn't he a dog? Anyone explain that to me? Why he wasn't a dog? Like, why Fairpang wasn't named Moon Moon? Fairpang naming Moon Moon, I think, is the right way to go with that. He legitimately has the lunar astral alignment. He's destined for it. Okay. See, Vhagar is a hero that, like, attacks against the Umbron Peddler deck in a big way. Guys, always starting with a hopper. Delzo1 suggesting to put 3 in this deck. You are a genius, man. You are a genius. Wow! For real? First turn. For real. I'm gonna take some pain. I'm gonna take some pain. Woo! Okay. Draw first. Let's do this smart. Actually, yeah. Draw me some more. Into more barkeeps. All right. So, Zanazuki, are you running cards like Regrowth and other shenanigans to get Vinelash back? Mantix Tunneler. I can approve of that. And a Fungal Leech. Okay. So Barkeep would not get me anymore. I actually think I'm waiting for a turn. Wow. My hand is just damage galore, huh? If I had a combo, I'd be able to pay for those combos. Thanks to good old Sergeant Thunderfin. Woo! You know what would also be really nice? Buff removal right now. Oh man, I haven't drawn a single one yet. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. So he's gonna heal for 5 next turn. Hit me for 6. 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna take 9. My word, dude. Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble. Whoo! Attack ability to deal 6. Oh my word. Okay, that isn't. Yeah, this is really cool. I think legitimately. Oh God, thank you. Oh, that was such a nice card to have. Put back. Oh, I bet he thought he was the luckiest little doll at the fair on that one. He's like, I'm gonna draw like 9 cards next turn. And then I windseared it, and he's like, wow, dude. Just wow. Now, so you're gonna restart this or this one? Or not restart anything? Or just not restart anything? I don't know if I should really push for damage here. What do I have? 4, 9, so that's 10, 11, 12. Plus another 10. It's only 22 damage. I don't have lethal. But I need to get Umbron Barkeep out there somehow, right? So maybe I do just start going. Probably waiting to restart his Citadel Musician. Possibly. Very possible. But I mean, if he does it, he can't use the damage ability next turn, so that helps me a lot. Okay. Well, now I can Umbra Marauder you, at least. Bring you down to my level. Spirit of Balance. That card. It's growing on me, man. It's growing on me. Maybe he just... I mean, Barkeep... like, I want to be able to get card draw out of it. There's another Marauder. Wow. We are drawing all of our damage, aren't we? Does anyone... How many hoppers... Or how much damage has that hopper done now? Anyone keeping track? It's been out there since first turn. It's definitely putting in the legwork. So okay, he's gonna do 6. Oh man. Okay, here we go. He's got to kill me now, heal, buff removal, or put a Monstrous Defender down, or I win. The hopper for the lethal, guys. The hopper for lethal. Don't kill me. You have 3 cards in hand. None of them do 5. None of them do 5. You don't have a Marauder. You don't have a Frenzy Creeble. You don't have a guys. Hopper lethal is best lethal. Oh my. Well, we did it, everyone. We did it. We're the best hoppers in the world. A new avatar as well. I like it. Get that notification out of here. Nope, wrong one. Get out of here. I think we play one more game. One more game, and then we go and host Tetra. Is he live yet? Is Tetra live? Does anyone know? I mean, he's probably still setting up his stream. Looks like it's still setting up, because he's not live yet. Oh, I forgot to hit that button. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Salute. Salute. Just straight aggro. Straight storm and unaligned aggro. He's a welcomer of all parties. He doesn't see alignments, he sees unalignments. He's a man of the people, just like me. Talia Shadeborn. Ooh, an undead deck. I like it. Alright, well, you know, first turn Barkeep is best turn. See, this should have a red glow around it. That should have a red glow around it. Do I Windseer? I think I do. What do you got? Graveyard? I think Graveyard. Or Shadowy. I mean, Shadowy Grave. No, I can Thunderslug those. So getting rid of Graveyard is best. If he starts laying those buffs, I'll Thunderslug him out. He doesn't have buff removal in his hand, I know that for a fact. That Windseer tech, guys. The Windseer tech. No one sees it coming. Yeah, Fallen Guardian, do it. Do it to it. Ryan Throw says, wow, LS is on the categories you might like on the Twitch main page because of this stream. Seriously? Because of this stream? Are you serious? That's awesome. All right, well, that's got to go. That's got to go. Thanks. Thanks for what? S-Darbs, you're ruining my moment. I thought it was on the Twitch main page. Fine, you go like your shooter games and then Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's awesome. I'm not down Pokemon. I love Pokemon. You go play your shoot 'em up games. Sorry, a woo. Yeah, it might be Wrangleford in your settings. If you don't watch Twitch a whole lot, it probably is. But S-Stars with the Day 9 reference. That's the first time in my live I've put that face emote. First time in your life, awesome. I'm sorry, a woo. Do I ever Murky Waters? I don't think I saw him have a whole lot of heal. Maybe I just start going in now? Yeah, because I want Lightning to be able to lay Lightning Storm. For all I know, he has buff removal and I lay Lightning Storm and it's just done. Maybe I actually should have Thunder Brewered before I lay Murky. So it could have been in 15, but... I know I need to save this for that one that heals him. I know I need to save it for that. Shadow Supplier, sure. Chances he drew a Shadow Puppet. All my friends say pretty high. But if not, we do get to push for quite a bit of damage here. If he does, well, we just put ourselves behind by a lot, and that's what happens. So, let's see. What does he have? Shadow Puppet? Not Shadow Puppet? Maybe he's saving Shadow Puppet for Thunderslide and he's going to let this thing through. I mean, he also wants to start laying his buffs down, right? There's the Shadow Puppet. Just drew it. Of course. Of course. I'll pass. I mean, we called it. If we said he was going to have it, he's going to have it. Umbron Barkeep is a nice card to pick up. He's going to have more cards than us. Well, I mean, he might dump his hand right now to get those buffs out. Wow. One more or not? One more buff? Shadowy Grave. Okay. So, I think I would much rather him just draw two cards than potentially get some cards back. Or do I just risk it that he uses only Shadow Puppet? I think I do that. I think I risk it. Hopefully he drews only Shadow Puppet. Cross our fingers. Yeah! He's mad for unknown reasons. And we just drew into lethal. We have all the damage in the world now. Please no Shadow Puppet, just draw. Just double draw. Double draw. Double draw. Yeah! Feeling good. Feeling frisky. Dread does also not have a whole lot of spiking heals. Well, I mean, in Classic. In Standard, he could have everything he needs, for all I know. For all I'm aware of, he could run... what is it? The Shadow one that heals him for 7 and then deals him 7 over 3 turns. What's the one I'm thinking of? It's the buff that was retired because it went so well with Night Lurker. Rigor Mortis. I'm sorry, dude. You're dead. You're dead. You're just dead. I think Thunder Brewer, then Dust Fiend. Just to get as many Storm cards out of my hand for quest. It's not BMing. It's for a quest. Okay? It's for a quest. It's for a quest. I need to lay as many Storm cards as I can. So don't tell me that I BM. I did it for personal gain. Okay? All for personal gain. I still gotta lay a bunch more. Tetra, what is going on, man? Are you live yet? I know you're setting up, and I know the tournament isn't. Oh, he's live. Perfect. Perfect, guys. All right. Tetra is live. I'm going to go host him. I hope we all have a very fun time watching the Gold Tier tournament today. No, it's not Scrum Kid. I told you. I had a reason. I had a reason. I had to complete a quest. So, anyway, I hope everyone has a great time watching the tournament today, as I will. I hope everyone had a fantastically fun time watching me this morning. Just, you know, listening to me rant for a good hour of my 3 hours. I'll be back Monday. Hopefully by then my mic cord will be here. And my emotes will be done. So Monday. Look forward to a lot of fun stuff from this stream. Hopefully better mic quality. Hopefully. If not, we get to at least have some fun with the emotes, right? For all you subscribers out there, look forward to Monday. For all you non-subscribers, look forward to listening to the subscribers on Monday. Thank you very much, guys. Follow me on YouTube. I'm going to put out a lot of videos coming shortly now that my website's all up. Check out my website. Check out TradeYour.cards. Awesome things are going to be happening in the future. This game is just so much fun to do. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the 2 new follows I got today as well. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Let's go check out Tetra. What do you say? Let's go check out a tournament. Have a good one, guys. Thunderfin salute as always. Have a nice one.